welcome to the late night sniff.
Hello.
The guest, No. Hello.
No.
Yee.
Hello.
How are you sniffing today, No?
I'm sniffing real good. I'm
You want to
breathing well.
introduce? Oh. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick to the audience who may not know you?
Hello, my name is Noelle. I own a carnival. I sell lots of things at my carnival. Please stop by. That's what I got.
Apparently, an ad started just as we started.
That's okay.
Oof. It happens to the worst of us. Okay, we have to ask the most important first question. Okay.
The worst of us. Yes.
The most important first question. What is your favorite smell?
My favorite smell is rain when it hits hot pavement.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's actually the most creative one I've heard so far.
It's such a good smell. It's so comforting. It's like it smells like when you're a kid.
Cheer one.
Oh no.
Abby, thank you for 11 bits. What's your favorite Toho? I don't know any Tohos.
I'm sorry, they talk in my ears whenever they do that. I keep forgetting that the bits are the only way they can talk to me.
I'm gonna look at all the Tohos and then.
Oh, she asks this every time, so I guess this is her most important question.
Nono of the carnival variety. That's me!
Yee.
Nobody tell Popcorn what she said.
What? Explain.
Popcorn is tasty, not... I mean, it smells good, but...
Popcorn does smell good, but it's like not even the popcorn itself that smells good. It's like usually the butter or something top of the popcorn.
It's like the mixture of the popcorn and the butter.
Popcorn doesn't really have a strong scent now that I'm thinking about it. It's the stuff on popcorn that does.
It kind of just smells like it's being cooked, you know?
Yeah, it's just got that hot smell.
The hot smell, yeah.
Yeah, you can smell the heat. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, popcorn is good, but I would say that actually the rain on the pavement is probably one of the better ones. I do like the smell of rain. Like when you could smell rain, it's about the rain. I really like that smell. I can't remember what it's called though, but it's like a chemical you can smell in the air.
Oh, that's probably related to the pavement smell.
Maybe. I think that's just like water at that point when it's hitting the pavement though.
The smell of water?
Yeah. Oh, petrichor?
Petrichor, that sounds fake.
I feel like you made that up, Laggy. I don't believe you. You have any proof?
Yeah, you have any proof? Okay, my favorite Toho based off of Googling fictional characters Toho and looking at the one that Google's... Oh wait, this one's cute too.
Thank you for the 45 stream streak, Abadabadoo!
Cheer one.
This one with like a mermaid tail.
A mermaid tail. I don't think I personally know that one, but I'm also not like deep into Toho lore.
Wakashagihime.
Yeah, however you pronounce that.
Wakashagihime.
All right.
That's it.
Now we get to the second question. Not as important as the first, because the second question is never as important. Why did you start streaming?
Oh, I started streaming because I hadn't played Undertale before, and all my friends had played Undertale, and then I thought that it would be fun if they watched me play Undertale. So then I started streaming on... What was that old streaming service? Livestream.com? I streamed on that, but then I got really anxious because anybody could come in and watch me. And so I didn't stream anymore.
You streamed and got anxious about streaming.
Yeah, because I only wanted to stream to my friends.
You know what? I kind of understand that. My deep cut is that like my first stream was a Layers of Fear, like the original Layers of Fear. And I streamed that to my friends on my
Layers
PS4.
of Fear.
Yeah. That was a good game. Solid stuff. And then I would like stream like when we played like fighting games or stuff like that. Those exist on my YouTube channel. They're just hidden. Nobody's gonna see those. Those are the abyss. They're never gonna be seen. When did you start streaming? Because you said like I don't even know what you were talking about. Like
That was
livestream.com.
that was a really, really, really long time
Were you
ago.
streaming on Justin TV when it wasn't Twitch yet?
What the heck? It was called Justin TV?
Or something like that. Yeah.
Like the name Justin? Like it's Justin's TV?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think so. I'm pretty sure that was the name. Justin TV was the name of Twitch before it became Twitch.
Why did it become Twitch?
Justin.tv. Okay.
Justin.tv.
I can't remember
okay.
why. I think he just wanted a different name because I think it was when they started doing not just video games is when it became Twitch. Like when I think when the IRL streams started happening. I can't remember exactly. I know actually no, it became Twitch before that. I don't know. I watched the whole history on it or something, but I can't. I prefer
The history of
Abby.tv.
Twitch.
I hate that there's a link that's in my chat and I don't know where it goes to. Probably nowhere, but I'm not clicking it.
Click it. No, just kidding. Don't click it.
How
do I pop out a chat? Oh, there we go. Never mind.
Yeah, that's how you
I
do
figured
it.
it out. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm always here to help.
I've started for real streaming after I got into VTubers, like 2 years ago.
So who's your favorite VTuber?
At the time it was Ina from Hololive. Now it's Kuro from V Shoujo.
Mine is Iron Mouse, technically.
Ooh, Iron Mouse is good. I feel like Iron Mouse is just everybody's favorite VTuber. Like when you ask someone what their favorite VTuber is, they have to assume that Iron Mouse is already the first, and then everyone else who you say is the first is just the second, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't watch a whole lot of VTubers up until like last year or the year before.
I was like in the middle of the VTuber craze. And I wish that it came out earlier when I could have like
joined in
earlier. Yeah,
right on the wave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the VTubers I watch are like smaller streamers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I enjoy watching smaller streamers than I do like the larger ones.
Yeah, well, it's more like intimate, right? You can actually like say something that will directly influence.
They respond to you.
Yeah,
yeah.
You have a back and forth.
They know who I am.
They know me.
I can speak. I have
and I
sentience
know you.
Here. That parasocial relationship's got to go strong.
Yeah. Wild Nona invades a talking nose stream. It's true. Yeah. He doesn't have a mouth, so how does he talk? We don't know.
I have a mouth.
Where is it?
It's underneath.
Is it like before your nostrils?
Don't worry about it.
You know what I mean? Like there's like
I know what you mean, but you know how like there's like the tip of your nose. Yeah, it's like right there where like the tip is right before the nostril.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
you see where the mustache is coming out of? That's like
yeah, right, because the mustache has to be before the lip.
Yeah. See, you're getting it.
I'm getting it.
You're understanding the anatomy of a nose. I'm going to need lore videos and diagrams. There is in my Discord server some lore that Laggy actually wrote up that I commissioned him for.
Cool.
That
about how you became a nose?
It's about how some of my minions invaded the planet, but that's not it. That's not important.
Oh.
It's not important. It is lore. But I'm okay. I can give you like the little rundown. I am the very first nose. I'm an eldritch god of noses. So every nose is because of me. So the fact that you have a nose, thank me. Yeah, that's right. Sniff.
Wow. I'm glad I can breathe. Why don't we pop cubs get to invade planets? Because I don't know.
Well, mine aren't called pop cubs. They're called the cult. So if you follow me, you become part of the cult. And if you sub to me, it's a step up in the cult. You get more privileges in the cult.
He lets his creatures do fun stuff.
Yeah, like take over human bodies and stuff. It's always fun.
You guys can make popcorn, which is ultimately like making more of you. You can like sell candy.
Then we were just talking about how popcorn doesn't have a smell.
go on carousel rides. If I go on a dangerous mission, you can accompany me and, like, attack.
Elaborate what you mean by dangerous mission.
Like you know when you're playing, like, an RPG game and you have to go collect, like, twigs and stuff, and then you have to go out into, like, the area where all the monsters are? Like that.
Yeah, so like a fetch quest.
Yeah,
Why is
but for
every RPG a
real.
fetch quest now? I can't stand it. How do you come up with
Were they
Fritz and Mimi?
Snickle Fritz is my mascot best buddy friend. His name originates from Snickle Fritz from the Big Comfy Couch, who is the cat in the Big Comfy Couch, if
I've
you
seen
didn't
clips
know.
of that. I've never watched it.
Mhm.
I
It's
watch Blue's Clues.
it was a very yeah, it was if you didn't have I think it was a more Canadian thing maybe. What's Big
I
Comfy
think it might
Couch?
have been. Was that the one with the polka dot couch?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
It
think I
was
remember
about
it.
it was about a bunch of clowns, and they lived in the clown town, and yeah, and it was about what was her name? I forget what the main character's name is, but she had a doll named Molly, I think.
I was watching stuff like
Mhm.
Dexter's Lab and stuff like that. And Ed and
Dexter's
Eddie.
Lab.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so that's where Snickle Fritz came from, and then
it's just Mimi.
Mimi actually was like I don't have a reason for the name Mimi. I just decided I wanted to name her Mimi. But I was actually getting a commission of Snickle Fritz, and I took my like, you know, on my starting screen, I'm riding on a carousel tiger. I
Yeah,
took the carousel tiger and then this other reference of Snickle Fritz, and I asked the Skeb artist to combine them into some big tiger form, but she misunderstood me and then just drew both of the tigers, and I was like, "Oh, she made a new character." And so that's how Mimi's born.
well, that's
And
a
Mimi is the carousel horse. Well, I mean, tiger. Carousel
carousel
tiger.
tiger. Yeah.
That I ride into battle.
So, what made you want to own a carnival?
It just it came to me. It was mine. I was given it.
It just showed up one day and
It
you
just
owned
showed
it.
up one day. Yeah, I woke
You
up
know
one
how
day.
scary of a concept that is? That a carnival just shows up where you're at one day. You just own
That's
it.
how that's just like how carnivals work, right? Like all of a sudden one day there's a carnival in
That's
town and you're like,
scary.
"What the heck?" That's like so I was like sleeping on the ground and then all of a sudden I
You
woke
were
up and there was a
sleeping on the ground. I
carnival.
think there's more there I need to hear.
Well, my lore is that I don't remember much of anything before the age of 5 and then the first thing I remember is being adopted into the carnival. So it makes sense that one day I was sleeping on the ground and then all of a sudden there was a carnival around me and then I joined. And before I sold balloons. I was a balloon seller and then I got promoted recently and now I just own the carnival.
You didn't choose the clown life. The clown life chose you.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is
Exactly. Toast.
there anything cool you want to do with the carnival? Like anything you haven't done yet
Mm,
that you've been thinking about? Come on, give us the inside scoop. Just like your hair, give us a scoop.
a scoop of my hair.
Scoop. Because it always
Mm,
your hair looks like ice cream. I can't get over it.
it does. It's so tasty looking and pretty. Wow. 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 No, I
Almost
don't
as
have
good as your
anything planned.
mustache.
Thanks. I'm Santa.
Santa.
And Rudolph. Like Santa and Rudolph combined.
I gave Rudolph his red nose. Thank me for that
Wow.
Christmas.
Without Rudolph's red nose, Santa wouldn't be able to guide his sleigh.
So is Christmas like your favorite holiday, or do you have one that you like more?
Oh, I don't like Christmas. I mean,
You
I
don't
like it,
like
but I don't.
Christmas?
It's not my favorite. I don't
I'm
really
sorry.
have.
I'm sorry. You don't like Christmas?
No, I like it, but it's not like
Scrooge McNo.
my
No.
my favorite. It's not my favorite. I don't really have a favorite holiday. It's like It's more like they exist and then they happened. But I base on what
That's the
is
most
sold around
real
that
answer
time.
I've ever gotten. I kind of understand that. Except most holidays just kind of happen to you.
Mhm.
You just kind of go
All of
through
a
it.
sudden it's there, you know? Like when I was a kid, it was so much more exciting because like your whole life all of a sudden revolved around the next holiday, you know? Like, oh, you're at school and you're making candy canes and you're preparing for the Christmas recital with your class and the entire school to present in front of all the parents. You know what I mean? Like that's your life for a month. But nowadays, that isn't your life for a month. Your life for the first week before Christmas when you're scrambling to get presents.
You see, that's why you get presents throughout the year if you have to. I mean, I don't do
Mm.
that, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but I can't do that because I get so excited about the item that I got. You know,
That
like
you
I
just
just
like
want
want
to
to
give
tell
it.
them.
I just get it and I'm like, "Oh, this could make a good Christmas present." And I'm like, "Well, why would I wait? I'm just going to give it to them." You know, like why would you want to wait to make someone happy
Why would
if you
you want
could
to
do
wait?
it?
I do always wonder that. Why do we only like do that once a year? Like,
Mm.
why is it only around Christmas that everybody starts being nice and everything? Like, shouldn't you be like that all year round? Like,
That's why Santa watches. He knows what you're doing and sleeping
that's true. He does
all
watch me while
year
I'm in the
round.
bathroom. That's true. Um,
Brushing your teeth? Did you brush
yes.
your teeth? Did you floss your teeth? That's what he's checking.
Did you clean your nostrils?
Just in case.
Yeah, I think Halloween would be my favorite because I like
Halloween is
spooky stuff.
most everybody's favorite, I
I
think.
mean, it's just like it gets spooky, and like half of what I like is spooky stuff. So it's
I'm
like
really
perfect.
scared of everything. I want to, it's like I want to go to the events, like the haunted houses and the whatever other haunted stuff is available to go and peruse through, but I'm too scared. It's too frightening.
You should just do it.
I'm a
It's only
baby.
scary until after you do it, and then it's fun.
No, it's scary the entire time.
No, 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 no.
It is.
You should
I
do
I
it.
I went in a haunted house once when I was in high school, and it was like the basic haunted house at our like local amusement park. And me and my friends were so scared. Like we were all like fraidy cats and we were I swear it took us a half an hour to get through. I felt so bad for the people because they could only let people in after we reached a certain point, right? Otherwise, they'd catch up to us and ruin the immersion. So it was just we were like inching, and then we had candy in our pockets. So we would throw the candy through the house to trigger all the reactions, like the motion sensors would spring up once we threw the candy and then we knew where the scare was and then we would quickly run past it. But then at one point we got stuck because it was like a hallway full of bodies that were hanging from the ceiling, and like every now and then one of them would start twitching and we were like on the floor trying to crawl underneath these
What?
bodies
Jeez.
thinking somebody was hiding within all of them to scare
Fair enough. Yeah, I would say the only stuff that still scares me when like those haunted houses or like people just randomly is
Mm.
like people have like chainsaws that they take the chains off of. And I can say I'm not a big fan of that.
Wait, what are chainsaws without the chains on them?
Saws.
Saws.
I
So you're
guess.
so you're scared of saws?
I'm scared of motorized metal things that don't cut anymore. I guess.
Oh, but then
Because
it doesn't hurt you
I
anymore.
guess for me it's like what if the one day it has a chain? You know what I mean? Like it's
You
like the
don't
what if scenario.
Oh, I see. So you're more scared that they're
That's
real
not
props. Like
yeah.
it's not a fake prop,
Like
it's a real prop and they just took off the chain.
I know it's not, but I can't get it out of my
Mm.
head that it might be. It's the only time I think that stuff like that scares me.
Luckily, usually it's a prop. I know this because despite my fear of haunted houses, I did volunteer at a haunted house one year. And it was extremely fun. And they had so many props, but the problem is like the props have to be really, really, really lightweight because you're gonna be holding them for so long. And the adrenaline that pulses through your body when you're scaring someone is so strong, you go a little crazy. And
I can't. You know what? I can't imagine you scaring someone. I can't do it.
I can only scare people when I'm like standing and then I appear, like they're doing
You
something and
jump
all of a
scare
sudden,
them. You can
yeah, yeah,
only
yeah,
jump
I
scare.
jump
You
scare
you
them. I
Freddy
jump
Fazbear
scare
them.
them. Mhm.
Uh,
I can't like scream and frighten people or like say creepy things. I'll just like appear and then that's how I scare them.
so you could lift a heavy real chainsaw with that adrenaline. How about we don't?
Well,
Oh,
yes, but you wouldn't be able to do that for so long. It would be too hard on your body. In part of the haunted house, I was like in a cage and I would shake the cage as people walked by. And the adrenaline of shaking the cage was so strong. I did it so violently. And despite wearing gloves, like worker gloves, when I took off the gloves, my hands were bleeding because of the friction
jeez.
of
What the
shaking the
heck?
chain. But I didn't realize it at the time because I was so like the thrill of the scare and the making them scream and all that kind of stuff.
Dang,
So,
that's
so it'd be
interesting.
too dangerous. It'd be too dangerous if you had a real chainsaw because I think you would overexert yourself and maybe break your arm or something.
All right, I'm going to give Laggy his what's due because he asked this earlier and we kind of ignored
Oh,
him. What's your favorite anime and why is it Kumo Desika Nanika? I'm not
Kuma, what?
Kuma Desika Nanika, I think is how it's pronounced. I'm not
I
good
don't
with
know what that is.
pronunciations. I think it's a yeah, you always ignore me, Nose. I wonder why.
We're just getting sidetracked with the other questions.
Yeah, so what is your favorite anime?
Homo, my favorite anime I would say is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, that's my favorite anime. Yeah, it's so
Yeah!
good. I love it. All
Me too.
around best anime.
So
Although I've been
true.
really liking Faerun lately. That's how you pronounce it. Faerun. Yeah.
Favorite, the one that my followers really want me to read. I
You
mean, watch.
should watch it. It's very good.
But I haven't. I didn't
Pride
know
is
Pride was such.
actually the head cultist, regrettably.
Regrettably. I haven't watched it. Shoujo Claire Kara.
Shugo Chara, I think is how it's pronounced.
Shugo Kara. For some reason in my head, it has always been Shoujo Clara.
Why is it called Fullmetal Alchemist when he's not even made of metal? Oh my! I'm not you plebeian. I'm not gonna teach you the
You
way.
plebeian. It's because within his soul, he's made of full metal.
He's a Chad. That's why. How about that?
He's so hardcore. His
and
inners.
it's because whenever he went to meet the leader of the country,
Mhm.
he attacked him to show him that he was in danger and he thought he had guts. That's like the most dumbed down way to say that.
That's true. Did you ever watch the original Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah, I have the whole thing on my computer. I even have the original movie on my computer somewhere.
2000 and
Yeah, yeah. I've watched the original. Yeah, before I watched Brotherhood, I watched the original.
Me too. It
So I had
traumatized me
that
as a
multiple
child.
episode build up for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that
Nobody
traumatized me
understands. They're like, you got one
so
episode. I'm like, I had a
bad.
whole arc.
I had a whole it's true.
It was a whole arc.
Though I remember specifically asking my mom, like trying to be casual about it, like, you can't like scientifically make people like half dog, half human, right? Like that doesn't exist. And mom's like, no. I'm like, okay, cool.
I think the original is why it stuck around as a meme so much because it was an arc and not just
Mm.
one episode. So like Rule always says it's the one joke Full Metal Alchemist fans have, but I think it's because it was an arc in the original. So you had a lot of build up to it and you really liked
Mm.
these characters. Like
You
if you
don't
just like
yeah.
Brotherhood, it was one episode. It was in and
It was
out.
quick.
Yeah, like you didn't get the whole build up, but it was
You
like,
didn't yeah. There was, like, this scene in the original where, like, the outline of the dog's body in blood is against a wall, I think? That's in the
yeah,
original, right?
I li-
And that,
yeah,
like
I like how they did it in the manga to where everybody except for him when they died, she always made like them flying up to heaven or something.
Oh,
But he did not. He flew down to hell.
oh, snap.
He's the only character. So yeah, the original did a lot of early stuff better, like Hughes. The problem with the Brotherhood anime is they started kind of from like a point where they expect everybody to already know everything.
They did.
So like that's
Um,
why like they rushed a lot of stuff to get to the point where the original didn't get to before they started writing their own stuff, which is why
mm,
the endings are different. But they
yeah,
kind
they
of rushed
caught
some
up.
early stuff until they caught up, and then they slowed down a lot.
Yeah. Scar did paint the wall a bit, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
and
did a lot of stuff with paint. Yeah.
and everyone forgets that later on in the show, he's still alive, like, in the original, he's still alive, and he has, like, what is alchemized himself into this freaky upside down
Oh
beast
yeah, he became like a
because
chimera. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
he's a
He
chimera,
stopped using the shake weight, I guess.
and he, like, gets obsessed with creating the perfect, like, body of his daughter.
Oh yeah, they changed his whole backstory
He
too.
has,
Cause
like, all these, like, clones, like, I think
oh
Scar
man,
actually kills him, but he doesn't die in the original. He, like, is, like, some underground, like, freaky scientist weirdo.
yeah, the science. So like the guy who, what's his name? I can't remember. He was like still a character. He didn't
Mhm.
die. That's so
Yeah,
weird.
we don't try to remember his name, he doesn't deserve it.
Is it Shao Tucker?
Oh, yeah, Tucker.
Yeah, Shao
Tucker, that's
Tucker. Yeah. Is that the only anime you watch?
Um, hmm,
I always
that
love
was
saying things like that.
that was, like, my one of my very first animes I've ever watched, which is really funny because I was, like, in elementary school.
I was watching stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho and like Dragon Ball and Cowboy
Yeah,
Bebop and Samurai Champloo, like all my
Samurai
favorite.
Champloo.
Yeah, those
I
are
was
all like
watching
the ones I was watching.
mm, Inuyasha
I
and
can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Inuyasha?
I had a whole argument on my stream about Inuyasha actually fairly recently.
Really? Why?
So we were talking about the age gap,
Oh!
and they
Oh,
were trying to argue
Kagome,
it wasn't weird. I was like, nah, it's still weird.
the demon
Cheer
guy?
one, cheer one, cheer
Well,
one,
The
cheer
how
whole
one, cheer
show,
one. Who's
Inuyasha
best?
himself is an
Inuyasha
age
boy. And
gap
why is
character.
it
He's like over
ringtone
100
music?
yeah.
years old.
Is he over 100 years because he was pinned to a tree, or is he was he
He was over
originally
100
over
years
100 years
originally over
before?
that too.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
like my
Mm.
friend Ripley, um I think you know Ripley. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
She tried arguing that like because he's a demon, he's actually still a teenager in demon years, so it's fine. But I'm like, I don't care. If you're 100 years, you're 100 years old. I don't know what to tell you.
The weirdest one was his brother with
Oh yeah, his
Rin,
brother with
though.
the girl he raised. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
not
was
weird at
messed
all.
that was really not necessary. They had such a cute relationship as, like, a big brother and little
Yeah, if they
sister,
would have just
and
kept it as that, would have been fine.
then they're insane.
But that's not
Cat
even why I won't revisit Inuyasha. I just like the dynamic of them going Inuyasha Kagame just doesn't work for me anymore.
Inuyasha,
It hasn't aged
Kagome!
well, to say the least.
Inuyasha!
Kagame,
Sit! Sit!
I can't stand it anymore
Why was she only able to say sit? That
because
was the only command.
she had no brain cells left. I don't know. I don't know.
Twilight.
Yeah,
True,
I saw Twilight
Twilight.
is just Inuyasha remade.
It's not a vampire.
No, but it might as well be. They're both old. They're both
Yeah,
like
but at least Inuyasha can turn into a giant dog.
Can he? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
his
it's when like
demon
full
form.
moons or something, right?
His, like, demon form takes over. Like, he has,
Yeah,
like, that
his
moment where he
non-human
goes
form. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
he
now.
goes full demon, and then his other form where he's full human, which I think was an interesting, like,
I don't even
idea.
think that like I think the whole concept of like turning full demon and turning
Giant
full
bat.
human shouldn't have been a thing. Should have just been he's half demon.
He was half demon most of the time. I think it was like when it was some specific
Imagine
event.
that would have been a better movie if he turned into a giant bat.
Caca! Wait, that's not a bat. Bat squeak. Can't believe Nono forgot to watch Free Rent. Yeah.
It's good. You guys should all watch it. It's like
I can recognize it when it shows up on my Twitter.
it's so good. I actually like. It's so good. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but it made me feel things. I was like, this is sad and also really happy at the same. It's so good.
I'm missing the tea. It's pretty great.
You're missing the tea.
What's the
Okay, ad was short.
one other anime that I really like, but I always forget the name of it.
What's the concept of the anime? I might remember the name.
It's about this guy that does calligraphy and then he has really bad anger issues.
And he gets sent to a small town with a house.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
little kid
yeah,
keeps,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
with
remember the name of
Naru.
it. I know exactly what you're talking about. And he gets like really artistic about his calligraphy as the show goes on.
Yeah.
Like he starts off as like he's really like by the book calligraphy, and then he starts getting really artistic about it. I remember.
Mhm.
I know. I've watched that like this year actually.
It's a really cute anime. It makes me happy. When I'm depressed, I watch it.
So I watch animes like March Comes in Like a Lion or like Your Lie in April.
When you want to be sad?
Just like in general, I like them.
They're so depressing. I like Your Lie in April though. Actually, that is one of my favorite animes. I watched that at least like 10 times or something.
And then I'll start watching stuff like Dragon Ball or like.
But come on, yeah.
I'm also
you
like,
got it.
I was caught up to the One Piece manga for a bit, but now I'm like a few chapters behind. Like
you were
20
caught
chapters.
Up?
I caught up in like a year.
That makes sense.
I borrowed a bunch of the physical manga from a friend and just read them. Like, because it's like
he has all the manga.
He has every single one. Yeah.
Wow. What an investment.
He just gave me. He literally let me borrow a box of the manga to catch up because I like reading the physical copies more than like a digital one most of the time.
How many One Piece mangas are there?
It's over 100.
109 volumes?
I've read up to 100.
Oh my gosh. Since 1997.
Yeah.
Wow. There are people younger than that.
Yeah. I've read up to 100.
Cheer 10. What's
your favorite fruit? Ooh.
You got to be careful. You might accidentally say a berry.
Oh, you're right. No berries allowed. Favorite, all fruits. Let's see. Fruits, A to Z. Yeah,
I'm also reading the Vinland Saga manga. I'm a little bit behind on that though. I haven't read it since like volume 7. And I want to start reading Berserk here soon, but that's an endeavor in its own way. Yes, Vinland Saga is great. I love Vinland Saga. Kumquats.
No, I'm just reading off these things. Why is a loganberry in the fruits?
Sometimes they name things.
Like a strawberry.
Yeah. Claymore? I remember there was an anime of Claymore I think I watched on Toonami years ago. So I don't remember it though. I might read Claymore at some point though.
Wait, there's like
I read a lot of like novels and not manga really. So most of what I read is like fantasy novels.
There's so many fruits that look like lychees.
I don't know what a lychee is, to be honest with you.
Loganberries. Lychees are scrumptious. What the heck is a nonce?
You're just looking at fruits now.
Mammochillo? Mammochillo?
So I haven't read either of Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. I did read up to a point in Fire Punch, which was the writer of Chainsaw Man's other work, and it's an interesting read. That's all I'm
What's
gonna
your
say on Fire Punch.
what
It's just
what's your
agreeing.
thoughts on My Hero Academia?
So I'm conflicted because I
Mm,
do like it, but I
mhm.
actively also don't.
Mm. Yeah. I'm with
Um,
you with that.
so there's like really parts of it where I'm like the hero killer arc was so good. That fight. Um,
Uh,
and like I think most of early My Hero Academia is good, and then it reaches like a point which is
I
it's just I did also the ending I did not like. So
I
I'm gonna say on that.
I'm not like I feel like I started getting confused. And then when I started getting confused, I stopped paying attention and then I didn't really continue reading it.
Well, I got excited for it at first because I do like American comics. Like I liked them a lot more when I was younger, but I hate that they like keep changing all the time and starting over, or like you have to figure out what series. So I was like, okay, a manga that's like an American comic that goes all the
Mhm.
way through because I like how mangas have a start and a finish. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, we're finally gonna get that. And then it just well, I dropped it. I couldn't finish it. I don't know. My Academia is kind of mid.
Yeah, who's your
It
favorite
has
character?
uh, that's the hero killer, Stain. Yeah.
The hero killer.
Well, because I like the spin-off manga better than the main manga, and it goes into the hero
There's
killers
a spin-off.
vigilantes. It's
Oh, Vigilantes. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I remember hearing about that.
I've read up to a certain point in that, and I liked it a lot more than regular Academia because it goes into like the societal issues that would come from that
Ooh, that's
more than they
fun.
did. And I'm like, also, why would the government be running the hero program? Like, I feel like that would still be a vigilantes thing.
Yeah,
They wouldn't
that's
call them
fair.
heroes, is all I'm saying.
Mm.
Or if they did, that's a lot of propaganda I don't want to get into.
Five main characters, I just want to know what the cool side characters do. I like the I think the thrill of My Hero is learning all the powers and seeing how the powers work.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then after you see them, then they're old and boring and you want to see more, but you can't there's only so many that exist.
so I'm a nerd and I
Mm,
really like superhero stuff. And
mhm,
I even have to say, like, My Hero Academia starts off fine. But
mhm,
then, like, it's just like, even as a superhero thing, it's just kind of eh. After
mm.
a certain point, it's, I don't know. It's not the deepest work. That's all I'm going to
Yeah,
say.
I don't think it's
It's not,
supposed to be that deep.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They kind of tried for a bit
Sheer
there.
10
They did.
unironically to both of you.
The author didn't
Watch
stick to the idea
Talonless
of a
Nana.
quirkless hero like they first
Talentless
intended.
Nana? Nana?
Talentless Nana.
I think it's supposed to be pronounced Nana.
Nana? Wasn't that All Might's
I
like
don't think so. They
Nana?
might have named it after that, but I think that's a. Hold on, let me Google this.
Oh,
Talentless.
you're talking about a different anime.
Yeah, Abadabadoo sent me
Nana
the.
was All Might's like
There's an
teacher.
anime called Nana, which is like a completely different thing.
Frog Girl. Yeah, I like the Frog Girl
What is her
too.
name? Like Sue or something like that.
The
Talentless
Acid Girl.
Nana.
The pink one?
Children with superhero powers called talents are sent to school on a remote island where they prepare to battle the enemies of humanity assaulting Earth. Oh,
Oh.
that actually sounds good.
What was that one anime where Oh yeah, I never answered the favorite fruit question.
Oh, that's true. What's
Mm,
your favorite fruit? Answer it now. I'm just kidding. Uh,
I think I'm gonna have to go with currently my favorite fruit is nectarines.
that's a solid one. Solid.
Mhm.
Can't argue with that. I can't
I
think of
think
what
it's
my
because
favorite fruit would be.
you have to look at the pictures. It really helps you remember what all the fruits are.
I would say a banana, but I think that's a berry.
No, it's on the fruit list.
Oh, then a banana.
Banana phone.
I want to
There
taste what original banana tasted like, but I never will.
isn't there
Big sad.
they're like yucky.
I don't know. I like bananas. Um, is that your? So,
Nina.
what's your favorite food then? Not just fruit. Food.
Oh,
Cheer
that's
1,
tough.
cheer 1,
There's so
cheer
many
1, cheer
foods. I'd
1,
say
cheer 1.
salmon.
What's your favorite gotcha game and why is it Honky
What's your
Star Rail?
favorite gotcha game and why is it
Honky Star. He means honkai.
It's it's censored on my screen.
It's censored.
It's star rail.
Oh wait, probably because that's a okay. I understand.
Honky,
Yeah, that's like I
like
understand.
big honkas.
No, I
Best gacha
understand.
game
Um,
is very much Dragon Ball Legends, and I have a severe. There's a such thing as Dragon Ball
I don't play any gotcha games.
Legends. I used to play a lot, specifically rhythm games. I was an avid Love Live and Bandori player.
Yeah.
I ranked once in the top 100 for the one of the very first Bandori events where it was "Don't leave me, Lisa," because I really wanted that banner that said "Don't leave me, Lisa," because Lisa was my favorite.
I think I've only ranked in the top 100 of a game one time, and it was a PSP game, Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron.
Star Wars Battlefront Renegade.
Yeah, I was like
Squads.
actually like close to number one at one point playing that game on PSP.
Whoa.
It was like a certain game mode. It was like Conquest or something. It was like the amount. Yeah, I played that a lot. Let's not talk about it.
At least it wasn't a gotcha game.
Don't
She
call
is
me a
an
boomer. It's mean.
With gotcha games, you're spending money if you're really addicted.
Yeah, I don't play gotcha games because I know myself. I will spend money.
Mm. That's why I'm worried about. Well, actually, there's a new gotcha game that's coming to English. The horse one, Uma something.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's about these anime girls who are horses. They're and they go in race like horses, but they're anime.
My
girls.
Little Pony?
No, they're anime girls. I guess you could say My Little Pony is anime girls because they have
the horse game owned by the Yakuza? I feel like that's a complicated what?
Is it?
It probably. I wouldn't put it past you.
Musume. Yes.
Sheer 5,
Thank you,
who's your
Phil.
favorite My
Uma
Little Pony,
Musume.
and why is it Spike? The
Yeah,
best
that's
dragon
coming
in
out
ponies.
in English, but it's
Spike
the
is
top.
a dragon, not a pony.
Yeah, he's not a pony. Get it right.
I don't even like My Little Pony. I just like messing with
My
it.
little pony. My little
So, what is your
pony.
favorite game to play if not gotcha games? Like your favorite types of games?
Oh, I like mystery games where I
Mystery
can
games.
solve and discover. That's why Outer Wilds is my favorite game. Everybody, you guys should play Outer Wilds. It's
I
a
feel
good
like
game.
you would like
Don't look it up. Play
the
it.
Nancy Drew games.
I agree. I played Nancy Drew when I was a kid. That's why
I started
like
playing them fairly
mysteries.
recently, and I watch people play them. I like the Nancy Drew games. They're
What
unironically
were
good.
you? They're so good. I played all of them up until probably like 20
I've only
something
played like
because
2 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a new Nancy.
Yeah, nosy Nancy.
What's
But
your-
I've watched like 10 of them. People play like
which ones have you played?
what was it? Edge of the Water, I think it was called, and then it was like
Oh yeah.
one
That
where
was
Nancy was like investigating the murder of a kid in a school. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Oh, you were playing the newer ones.
Yeah.
The Edge of Water was probably I think the last Nancy Drew game I played.
I thought that one was
And-
really good actually.
I think I beat it. That one was spooky. That one was scary.
That's why I started playing it first. I played that before I even started streaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, everybody, you should try playing Nancy Drew. They are
Cheer
really
one,
fun.
cheer one, cheer
I need to
one,
finish
cheer
Return
one,
to
cheer
Obra Dinn,
one.
actually.
Unironically,
Thank you for
play
reminding me
Return to
about that.
Obra Dinn. Best
Yeah!
mystery game I've
I
played.
got really busy at one point and I forgot to start playing that again.
If I
I
were
gotta
to
play it.
recommend a Nancy Drew game to you, it would be Ghost Dogs of Moonlake.
I think I own that one. I can't remember. I got a few.
You should play Ghost Dogs of Moonlake, and then there's one that's like Nancy Drew games. There's one, and I know the cover in my brain, but I don't have it in my mouth.
Trying to think of what other mystery games I can suggest to you because there's a few I like. Hold up.
Where the heck is it?
Oh, you need to play the Phoenix Wright games.
Oh yeah, I do have to play those.
You need to play the Phoenix. They're so good. I've only beaten the first one, and even I'm like, this is one of the best series of all time. After the first game,
Oh,
it's
I
so
lied.
good.
I played up to the 24th. No,
The
maybe the 20 or
24th. So you've played 24 Nancy Drew games?
25. No, 27. Sorry, 27.
Yeah, I wasn't playing Nancy Drew when I was younger. I was playing Resident Evil.
But I didn't finish the 26th one. See, like when I was a kid playing these and they didn't exist on streaming platforms, I would go to the video game store and there would be like we
Yeah,
would
they
check
had like the little cheap discs. I remember seeing them.
Yeah.
They were
But they were in like
CD-ROMs.
they were in like a box, like the Nancy Drew boxes, and we would always get so excited when there was a new one. Secrets Can Kill. I had like
That
the
was.
original,
I think that was the one I played.
the very first one.
I think I
Secrets
played the
Can Kill.
remake of that.
Yeah, the remastered one.
Yeah,
When
I think I
I
played
played
that.
it, I had the original, so it had 2 discs, and you had to you had to switch discs if you were going
Was
to
it
a
after the
different
boiler
area.
room?
I can't remember. No,
I
it was
think-
like if you were going to a certain location. So there
There's
was like
no
the
way.
main
You
part.
had to switch discs between locations? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. The only games I used to play that had like multiple discs, like back in the day, was like the PS1, like Final Fantasy games, or
Mm.
like Resident Evil 2 had the multi discs for like the different characters.
Different characters. That makes sense though.
Yeah. So it was that. That's the only time I think I remember multi disc, and then PS2 came around and you didn't have to have the multi disc anymore, and I wasn't really a PC gamer, so I don't think that really happened.
Where the heck is the one that I did not make up?
You guys played games with multiple discs? Oh no, we dated ourselves.
Well, it was only one game and it was a very old. It was before they had remastered it, and it was kind of like I went back to get that game, like I wanted to
Oh, I'll
you know,
openly admit I played games with multiple discs.
100% all of the Nancy Drew games.
I mean, there was
Cheer
games on
one,
like
cheer
the
one,
Xbox
cheer
and
one,
PS3
cheer
that had
one,
like
cheer
multiple
one,
discs as
double
well.
doors.
I didn't have those. I actually only had a GameCube.
You
and then I
skipped
had
most PS1 games. You're missing a lot of really good games, actually.
PS1.
You should go back and play some PS1 games. There are a lot of really good games on the PS1. I'd say it's a for like JRPGs and like and horror games too were pretty good on the PS1. The Bratz games were pretty good. I'd have to take your word for it.
The Bratz game, the one on the GameCube, really good.
So I
It's
think
called,
oh.
Sorry, I forgot it. Bratz Rock Angels. That OST is real poppin'.
So
Anyways,
I think
continue.
I know the answer to this already, but what is your favorite game? And why is it Outer Wilds?
Well, it's Outer Wilds for starters. And it's my favorite game because it's I feel like it makes you think about several different things. Your place in the universe, how to solve a mystery, and also an ancient species.
That's
So it's like
deep.
learning about something, learning about an ancient species is really fun to do. And also, it makes you feel things like I am but a speck in the greater universe. And also
I
there's like cool shenanigans and cool game mechanics and cool designs.
I
Yeah,
need to
so you
play it
should
at
play
some
it.
point because everybody keeps recommending it to me. The problem is like spooky month's coming up, and I'm trying to line up a bunch of horror games to play.
Well, just start playing it before then.
No, because I'm already playing Ghost Trick and Fallout London, and like I just got too many games. There's too many games to play. My brain just like because I have like this problem where like I'll start playing something and I'm like I'll go back to it later. I want to play this now.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
So
Recently,
I didn't finish
actually,
over it did. I said I'd go back to it, and I never did.
I actually had a stream where I went and I wrote down every single game that I have ever started and then decided whether I would continue it or not. So it was just kind of like so
That's a
people
good
didn't
idea.
expect anything anymore, Like it felt like a weight off of my shoulders so that it wasn't like expected that one day I would do this game anymore. It's like, "Oh, one day I'll do it." No, it's decided I'm not.
Surprisingly, not very many people care about the games I play, I think, which is
Mm.
kind of nice. I haven't had too many people asking about it yet. I've had to ask people when my next late
Holding
night
out
sniff
for
is, which was today.
Rain
So
World. Today, guys,
Yeah,
it's today.
today, nobody has to worry about it anymore.
Rain World is good too.
Rain World?
You don't
I
know
don't think
Rain
I've
World?
ever heard of that. No.
It's a really, really cool game. It's one of my also top favorite games that I beat it the first time. I didn't beat it when it came out with um the what's it called?
I've never heard of Rain World. Hold on, let me
It's
Google this.
it's like if you ever wanted to feel like you're the smallest creature
Oh,
in
I've
the
seen
world,
the pictures before.
this
I
is a
know the art
good
style. I've seen it.
yeah. It's really good, and it has one of the most intelligent AI systems in it. Like the creatures are like, dang, AI these days is making AI from back in the days sound terrible. But
The
it's like not
only-
that AI, not that
So
AI.
I played a game recently called, was it like, it was like some vampire game where you had to like chat with the AI to like convince them to let you in, and then you kill them.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I know that. No, actually, I don't.
And then it like uses AI. It was pretty cool. It was a fun game.
Yeah. There was this other AI game that actually it's on Discord and it's really fun to play with friends.
You're talking about
It's-
I know what you're talking about. Where you like
Yeah,
write a
yeah.
story, you like write your prompt.
Yeah,
and
no,
all that, yeah.
it has a prompt, right? And it's like, oh, how will you survive the Hunger Games or something? And then you write in how you would
I use my
hopefully
cheat skill,
survive.
never die.
Sometimes
Magic.
it's
Sometimes
so funny.
it works.
It does. It's so fun. I played with Dunn and Sarin and a few other people, and it
I
was
played
so
with
funny.
Laggy and Abby.
It's so good, guys. You
And a
should
few
play
other
it.
people. A few times.
If you don't have friends, I'm sorry.
If you don't have friends, I'm sorry.
But you could wait until we have like some event, and then we can all play together. I could drone about Rain World because it's my favorite game of all time. Don't you like know so much? I feel like some people know like so much lore about Rain World. Like there's so much in-depth lore. I do like games that have lore, but you have to really look for it and they give you hints and then you kind of have to put it together yourself. I like games like that, which is what
Roller,
Outer
you
Wilds
are
is.
my friend. Stop.
I do have friends, but they only play free games or League of Legends.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Okay. Next question, because I have to actually do an interview.
Oh.
Do you
We've
have
been
any?
interviewed.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Do you have any hobbies other than streaming?
No.
No.
Browsing my phone, is that a hobby?
Depends on what you're browsing. I guess it kind of is.
Videos?
So watching videos.
Sometimes it. Oh, I guess I no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I guess I live stream. I guess I use live 2D. I do rigging. That's
Yeah.
a hobby, right?
Yeah, it is. I'd count that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think your rigging's really good.
Thanks.
Yee.
I'm learning.
Recommend
Recommend your
your
Five,
favorite
recommend your
YouTube
favorite
channels.
YouTube channel.
Ooh, that is a good question. Thank you, Ruler. What are your
don't-
favorite YouTube channels?
I don't watch any particular channels.
Whoa. Could have said Nostradamus.
Nostral? Nostral? No, Nostral?
I don't know.
Do I?
I think mine's more complicated because I like watch a lot of like longer like essay videos and stuff like
That's
that now.
true. That's easier. I think that's a little easier to say
I
that
like
you like.
Sphere Hunter's videos. Her videos are pretty good. She like does like retrospectives on Resident Evil and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I like what's that? What's her name? She likes Garfield a lot.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about.
She does really cool like videos about like Tumblr and stuff.
I think I
Oh,
know who you're
Izzy!
talking-
Izzy!
Oh, whoa, who's that? This is one I watched. She did recently. Like she did like a Star Wars video where she did like that Star Wars hotel. Oh, it's Jenna or something. Jenny. Her videos are pretty
Oh,
good. She did like
Disney.
she did like a video where like she went to like the Star Wars. Jenny Nicholson. Yeah, I really like her videos. I also liked her video on like the weird like musicals, like the Christian musicals. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
Ooh.
she did like a deep dive into those. Her
Oh,
her
that's
style was
cool.
very interesting because it's just her talking to the camera, but somehow she keeps it interesting the whole time.
That's good. I need more channels to listen to while I'm at work.
Yeah, Jenny Nicholson, her videos are very good.
Or that person, what's the one that sometimes he puts out like a deep like
Down the
Disney
rabbit hole, or
it's like almost like a documentary type.
yeah, to be more specific, that's like all.
Defunctland?
I think I've
Defunctland?
heard of them. Yeah,
Defunctland.
I thought you were talking about like Down the Rabbit Hole, Frederick Nicholson, whatever his name is.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Defunctland.
Defunctland.
Yeah. Every now and then he comes out with like a new documentary type video that he made for like 6, 7, 8 months, and everybody drops everything to watch them.
That's impressive. Just like it reminds me of like Michael Reeves, who doesn't post a video for like a year, and that's just randomly posts a video. 5-hour plus videos are your jam. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so it's not even like necessarily watching videos. Like I listen to audiobooks a lot.
I can't listen to audiobooks. That's why I have to listen to the video essay people. Well, there was another one who watched all the iCarly episodes and the Victorious episodes.
I couldn't do that anymore. I would be looking for like too many of the weird things that would happen.
That's what he was doing.
I couldn't legitimately watch it anymore. It's like Drake and Josh. I don't even know if I could watch that again.
iCarly full episodes.
Quentin Reviews? Is that it?
Oh, is that it? Quentin Reviews?
Abby just knows everything, huh?
You guys and your knowing of names.
I always love how the streamers who are streaming at that moment never know anything, and then like the chat knows everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Quentin Reviews. The baffling
You don't read
lore
it?
of
You
Nicktoons
need a book
Unite.
suggestion? Read Mother of Learning. Mother of Learning is a good book series.
Mother of Learning.
Mother of Learning. Or Wheel of Time. I've read all of Wheel of Time. The Malazan books are pretty good. If we're talking about just straight up books.
Warrior Cats?
Yeah, Percy Jackson.
The Spiderwick Chronicles. The Guardians.
I only
of
read
the
the first 2 books. For
of
Spiderwick
the
Chronicles.
Spiderwick Chronicles. There were only 3 books. You couldn't finish.
I got the first book out of like a cereal box or something.
Oh my gosh. I miss when cereal boxes were more interesting.
I'm trying to think of what other series I can suggest or just straight up books. Letter for a King is a pretty good like kids book that's kind of good enough for adults. They made a Netflix show that was pretty bad because they added magic for no reason, but that's a whole other discussion.
Oh. That's weird.
It is weird. Are there any games you're looking forward to playing?
The horse derby game that's coming out on mobile whenever it does come out. I am looking forward to that. There's a new they just came out with one on Steam, but it's like $56, so I have to wait until I can buy it.
What's that? The horse game?
Yeah, Ume. Why do I always forget it? But it's the horse derby game. Ume Pretty Derby.
I'm trying to think.
Musume Pretty Derby Party Dash.
Pretty Derby Party Dash.
$59 Canadian.
I think I may skip that one personally, but I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
It's like, it looks so cute. A colorful cast of pixel art Uma Musume are all in line and ready to compete in the Slapdash Grand Prix, a school festival featuring 4 zany events. Which team will run, shoot, and eat their way to golden glory? Eat? What are they?
That reminds me of that
eating?
old like Flash game with the ducks.
What?
Or like where you like race the ducks and everything like that.
I don't know what that
Or
is.
like the chicks. Was it chicks or ducks?
Oh, what I'm thinking about is Poogle Racing from Neopets.
I never played Neopets that often. Like I think I signed up for it and never played it. I was playing Adventure Quest.
Oh, I played Adventure Quest too.
Yeah, Adventure Quest was fun. I enjoyed that.
And Dragon.
Then they had like
what
that
was-
mech one. What was it? Mech Quest or something like that. I can't remember the name of
What
it.
was the Dragon Fable? Was that it?
I can't remember. It was so long.
They
I
had-
only remember
yeah.
Adventure Quest. I did play Club Penguin once or twice, but not that often either.
I was really into Club Penguin.
I played the Cartoon Network games, like on the website, or like
Did you-
addictinggames.com.
Did you
Remember
play? I loved addicting games. That was a staple in my elementary school.
that? Cool math games. That was a fun.
Cool.
one, too.
No, we didn't do math. Gross.
No, we didn't do math either. It was called Cool Math Game. Real Chads played armor games. I wasn't allowed on my computer to play
Ah.
armor games for a while there.
I never played armor games on armor games. I
I
would like.
eventually got
you
around to
know?
it, but that was like way after it was like popular.
It was like you would go on some game site and then armor games would flash when you first started
What?
the game, but it's not like
Yeah.
you were on armor games.
My favorite Flash game was like what was called like The Last Stand. It was like a zombie game.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a pretty
I think
good
I
one.
replayed one of those types of games.
They released a bunch of them. Like you
recently.
can buy them now as like just straight up games.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got the collection. Last Stand, dang, that takes me. Yeah, I know. I played it recently myself because it was like on sale for like $1 for the collection. So I played like the first 3 games.
Aw.
It's so good. I love it. It holds up
about-
really well.
Newgrounds.
New guy, I was on it a bit. Yeah, I wasn't on it a bunch. Like I mainly used addicting games for a while. I'm not gonna lie, because it was all there. You know?
What was the mini clip?
Yeah, mini clip. Yeah,
mini
that had a
clip,
bunch
mini
of
clip.
stuff on it too.
That was where Club Penguin was.
Was Club
Club
Penguin a mini clip? I thought it was its
Yeah.
own thing.
Well, it eventually became its own thing when Disney bought it,
I'm
but
trying
it
to
started
remember. Wait,
on
Disney
mini clip.
bought Club Penguin. I thought they owned it originally. I thought Disney. always owned
No,
Club
they
Penguin.
bought it. They bought it, and then it went
Remember
downhill. And then
Toontown?
it died.
When Disney owned
Toontown.
Toontown.
I wasn't into Toontown, but I know
I wasn't
of it.
either. I played the Pirates of the Caribbean MMO. That was the one I played.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends game?
No. I did watch the show, but I didn't play the game.
There was this one game that they had on cartoonnetwork.com, and it was kind of like an MMO, but it was like you would log in and you would do like quests, and you could get like a imaginary friend.
They had a Cartoon Network MMO that I didn't play.
The Foster's game. Yeah, that's what it was, the Foster's game. And I was so close of getting like it was like a pet kind of deal. I was so close to getting it, and then they took it away. It was within my grasp. I love that game.
I did my
so
dailies
much.
for you. Wow. No, I played the Codename Kids Next Door game on there. a bit,
Me
and,
too,
like,
me too. I played that one a lot too.
I'm trying to
Codename
remember
Kids
what
Next
else.
Door.
You're trying to get me to remember games I played like 10 years ago, maybe even longer.
That's my secret power.
I don't know. It's been a while. I also
What
played
about
like
the Cartoon Network resort games?
no, I didn't play those.
Do you know what they are?
No.
I'll send you a picture. Let's see if you remember it.
Dude, there was a Cartoon Network MMO I never played, but I always thought the art looked cool for. It was like there was like a multiverse thing they were going for.
Cartoon.
Hold on, let me try to find the name of this Cartoon Network MMO because it's gonna bother me that I can't remember the name of it.
Not knowing the resort, right? You have to know it. It's just.
Did you know
just a
Cartoon Network like
staple.
is no longer Fusion Fall a thing? Like, isn't Cartoon Network done?
Fusion Phone?
Yeah, Fusion Fall was an MMO from Cartoon Network. I never played it, but I
Oh.
always thought it looked cool. But you had to like pay money for it or something. I couldn't.
Oh,
play
that's
it.
sad. Do you recognize it?
No, what the heck is
What?
this? What is
Really?
this? No, I've
Oh my
never
God.
seen
I
that
have
before in
to
my
pl-
life.
I
What
have
is with
to
this
play-
Dee Dee? What is going on?
Or the Ed and Eddie's games. I think I played the Ed and Eddie's games. I couldn't play the Courage games because I was a pansy. I was too
I
scared.
loved Courage. Courage is one of my favorite shows of all time. I own the whole series on DVD.
Really? I was
Yeah, I
absolutely
love Courage.
terrified.
Courage is actually one of the main reasons why I like horror stuff.
He scared me too much.
I loved
don't like
Courage.
them.
It like I don't know. I think it got me too young, and now I'm into horror stuff because of Courage. It's like indoctrinated me. You know, how haven't you heard of Fusion Fall? I have heard of Fusion Fall. I just never got the chance to play it.
Fusion Falls. I want to look at Fusion Falls.
When you see the artwork, you've probably seen the artwork for it somewhere on Cartoon Network's website. They had it
Thanks
everywhere
for the
a while there.
water.
Oh, hey Max, welcome in.
Why does blue look like that?
Oh, you're talking about like the buff characters? Like you should see what like Ben 10 looks like or like Dexter.
Why do they look so funny?
Speaking of Ben 10, I need to rewatch that because I love Ben 10.
Dexter looks so weird.
Yeah, doesn't he? It was one of the main reasons why I wanted to play it, just to see why he looked that way.
Ew, is this real? It's a picture of Jake the dog.
I don't know.
I hope
You
it's
would know
fake.
better than me. I never played
Good
the game itself.
evening, gentle nose. Yeah, I don't think I think maybe I've seen this once. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Blossom.
And it was like a Wizard 101. It was like that. I think I played that a bit.
I wanted to play Wizard 101 recently because I never knew it existed when I was a child. I played Puzzle Pirates.
Puzzle Pirates, you know, I played the Pirates of the Caribbean MMO when I was around. But
Puzzle Pirates was really fun and nobody knows it and it's dying. And one of my goals as a streamer is to one day
Puzzle
become
Pirates.
big enough that I can say,
You
let's
can
do a
resurrect it.
Puzzle Pirates. Yeah, let's play Puzzle Pirates. And then everybody will come play so they can see
The
me.
heck is this?
You're a pirate. And then your goal is to like, you have like a ship and you can create a crew and you go on missions or you actually I guess you kind of go on missions. You
I'm
cross
looking at
the
pictures
ocean.
and this looks like it would. Is this the way it looks now?
Yep. Still looks like I guess it's kind of more 3D now, which is dumb, but
Do you have to download it? You do. You have to
you
download
do.
it.
You can get it on Steam, I think.
You can get it on Steam? What? No, you're lying. Hold on. I was
think
just looking
so.
at that. There's no way that's on Steam. Hold on.
Classic. It used to be so bustling.
Oh my god, it's on Steam.
See? They brought it on Steam because they wanted to like, bring it. It is much more 3D. Before it was like a very specific kind of pixel art type 3D, but now it's more smooth.
For you, no, I will download it.
really
I won't promise whether I'll play it. But
Well,
I'll download it.
the problem is you can't really play it because nobody is on, and the whole point of it is to go on a ship with people, and each person is playing a different puzzle game that will help the ship move. So you can like borage and do carpentry, and there's the captain does the steering at the whatever, and then if you go into like a fight with another passing by ship of other people, then you have to play the cannonball game where you like clean the cannonballs so that you can shoot the other ships. And then
I'm sure
once
you can get a stream going with enough people to want to do that.
it's too hard. I need too many. We need more people. That's why I'm waiting.
You
until
need to
I'm
create an
super big.
army and revive this game. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The cult will help you out too. If you ever need enough people, the cult will help out. I'll also help you
thanks.
with the puzzle.
We'll be pirates again. Super pirates. Nona needs to get I need the
And
pop
pop
cubs.
cubes, man. Cannons. Don't just talk about bald no.
What?
When's that gonna happen, by the way? Where's my bald
Never.
no? When's it happening?
It's not. But yeah, there's
Bald
so much
no.
to do on Puzzle Pirates. It's like RuneScape, but cooler. It was around the
okay,
RuneScape
that's a
era.
bold statement to say cooler than RuneScape. I'm sorry. I need to chop down those trees for that cape, okay?
I guess you don't have to do that, but you do have to. You have to play like sewing mini games, and you can go to like a bar and play like bar games and do bets and stuff because you're a pirate. And you can own a house, and your house can be like humongous if you buy a plot of land that's in a really good area. It's like Final Fantasy, where you can only buy a plot of land if it's available.
I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lurk, Silver. I appreciate it.
Thank
Enjoy the
you,
darkness.
Silver. Enjoy your gaming, or dinner, or sleeping.
Or
Dreams of balls that
existing.
are ruined and shattered. They'll never leave. No, leave my house out of this. You get it,
All right.
Phil.
So we asked you earlier who your favorite YouTubers were. Who are your
Yeah.
favorite streamers? Not just VTubers, streamers.
I don't watch streamers.
Dang. That's crazy.
Shut
You had
down.
the easy one where you could just been like Nostradamus, Ruler of Pride.
You're not a.
Abaddon.
They're all VTubers. What are you saying?
We're
You're
not
a
VTubers. We're
VTuber.
real people. This is what we really look like.
Yeah, this is what I look like too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's everybody.
I was trying to wink, but it's not working.
Wink, wink.
For some reason, my eye tracking hat. Did I have it set for both? I don't know. I'll figure it out later.
Winks are hard to do.
Cheer 1, cheer
Eldritch
1, cheer
gods
1,
feel
cheer
fear?
1, cheer 1. My favorite streamer is Yes Esperate.
No, no. Why would an eldritch god fear anything? I'm a god.
Do you fear death?
No. No.
Your eyes.
No.
No, I'm not.
Anyway. No, it's fine. Horrifying. Yeah, I can also like shrink my whole body, make my whole body bigger. You want to do
Oh my
that?
God. Technically, that's your real form.
This is my chibi form right here.
I like that your mustache.
Could a
also
pop cup
shrinks.
army kill me? No.
What?
No.
Don't you know they're indestructible?
I'll just stop dreaming of you.
Dreaming of me?
Do you not know like the mythos about the eldritch beings?
No.
So you're in a dream,
Oh.
where everything that exists is a dream of like an eldritch god.
Ew, what a boring dream. For a god?
What a boring dream is a wild statement about existence. What a boring dream. You dreamed of gas stations?
Exactly. You could be dreaming of anything. You're a god, an elvic god.
I
and you're
dreamed of
dreaming about
noses, if it makes you feel any better. I made
little
noses.
little fences and the weeds and the little people doing their chores and brushing their teeth. And if
What a
they don't
boring
brush
dream
their
is a
teeth,
wild statement.
they get the cavities, and then the cavities will ruin their mouths, and then they have to go to the dentist to get the teeth out.
Okay.
That's their dream. Everyone's gonna
I'm
deem myself out
trying
of
to think of
existence.
what I want to ask next because I was just like, I'm too busy laughing.
I shook you to your core.
What's the worst thing you ever eaten?
Oh.
The worst food.
Sugar and lard together.
That sounds horrid. Who thought of that?
Me. When I was really little, I used to very much. Oh, I still enjoy eating butter and sugar together because they're delicious and
I knew people that
scrumptious.
used to do that. It was I've eaten that before. It's
It's good. It's
not
tasty.
it's
It's
not-
really good if the butter is cold still, and you can
Actually,
almost like take
hold
a
on.
bite out of the butter, and it's like, like it breaks because it's so cold still.
Abby just said the thing I actually am trying to forget about. The gingerbread Mountain Dew is some
Is
of
that
the worst stuff I've ever consumed in my life.
flavored.
That one year around Christmas, holidays, all that, Mountain Dew released the gingerbread. The Flaming Hot Mountain Dew is not bad. It's just weird. But the gingerbread Mountain Dew
No.
is bad. The
How
Flaming
could
Hot,
they sell it?
very bad. You still have the cans of the ginger. I still have cans of the Flaming Hot.
Ew.
I'm
Yeah.
never gonna drink it. It's just kind of there.
One day you can sell it.
Nobody's gonna buy that.
Oh, well,
I
I
would
guess
never-
you could bury
never
it
spread
with
that.
you.
I don't want it
And
buried
then
with me. Keep it away from
One
me.
day.
No,
Yeah.
the Flaming Hot one's not bad. It's not what I would say. Like, you know when you drink something, you're like, that's not bad,
It's true juice.
but it's spicy drink. which is
Ooh,
an
that's cool.
interesting experience.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
spicy. Yeah, so I ate butter and sugar a lot, and then I saw lard, and I didn't know what lard was, but it looked, because it was white, it looked more pleasing. Like it looked more pleasing to the eye. And so I just mixed it with sugar, like one does, and ate it, and it was really gross. And that's the worst thing I've eaten, I think.
I know someone who I won't say who it is, who used to do nothing but cook with lard for a while there. Like they would fry with lard for a while there, and
Oh.
they like swore by it. And
I
you know
think
what? The food was good. So
I feel like that's real though. I feel like there's like some sort of like if you asked some friends, uncle, grandfather, like, "Oh, what do you cook with?" And then they're like, "Lard. We used to
beef
use it all the
tallow to make
time
chocolate
back in the
cookies. That was pretty
day."
bad. That sounds pretty bad.
Ew.
Abba dabba doo. Why would you do that?
Wabba dabba
Abba dabba doo. Do you like Scooby Doo?
I do.
I love
I
Scooby
like
Doo.
the
I have a Scooby Doo
movie
cutout in my place.
of Scooby.
Yeah, it's a cardboard cutout of Scooby Doo.
Mm.
It's beautiful. What's your favorite type of cat? Maine Coon is mine.
Ooh. I have an orange cat. I've always wanted like I forget what they're called, like obsessian, something like that. I think it starts with an A. They look like like wild cats,
Oh, I
and
get.
they're like
I
this.
think I know which one you're talking about.
I was intoxicated and had no butter. Oh no!
But yeah, that sugar butter thing is something
Oh
my family used to do
no!
when I was younger, so I have eaten it. I won't do it now, but I understand. It was not bad actually. It's an interesting experience to look back on. What kind of music do you like, huh?
I like all types of music. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
all
don't think
types, every
I
music.
don't think I don't think I well, I really I like music where like the vocals kind of get fried cuz they're singing intensely. You know what I mean?
Metal.
Like no, not metal, like it's almost like indie or like lo-fi sort of, but not
I think I
really.
know what you're talking about, but I can't
It's like
quite
it
think of a specific example right now.
yeah, like you wouldn't say like, "Oh, like this singer is the next Adele." It's more like this singer is hosting a little concert in their basement and everyone is a little tipsy and they're playing the guitar and it's so
Folk music.
emotional. What music?
Folk.
Folk, yeah.
Yeah, you like indie folk.
Yeah, I do
Well,
like indie folk, but I don't think that's exactly what it is.
I'm trying to think because I know what you're
Hmm.
talking about. It's like a subgenre of indie. I'm just trying to think of
Yeah.
what it is. I don't know. I mostly listen to like metal or like pop punk or stuff like that. Personally,
Pop punk.
yeah, pop punk. I listen to a band called Stand Atlantic a lot.
Stand Atlantic.
Yeah,
They stand on the Atlantic.
they're from Australia, so.
Is that
Mhm.
near the Atlantic?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you think I know my geography?
Do cats that are two different colors have names? It depends on what color the two different
What did
colors
you
are.
name the cat?
What?
Do they have names? It depends on what their owners named them.
No! The type of species.
This one's
The
named Bread.
breed. The bread. The toast.
The Toast.
The toast. Like a tuxedo cat.
Is that an actual
Yeah,
breed
that's
of
a
cat?
black and white cats or tuxedo cats.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to
They're
have
always
one.
just black and white cats to me. See that cat? That's a bigger cat than that's an orange cat, and that's a small cat.
There's orange cats, which technically aren't really a breed because if you go to the vet, they're like medium long haired. And then there's tabbies, and then there's Maine Coons, and
I love
there's
Maine Coons because they get so big.
yeah,
I
I
like them.
love them. I
I
want
like big
one.
kitties. I used to
I
have one
want.
when I was younger.
Was it like humongous?
Yeah, he was huge.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he like you could like if you like stretched him out, he would be like the size of like a mantle or something. He was pretty big.
Oh my god,
Yeah, he was
that's
a
so
big he was
good.
a big boy.
I have like a cat that's like stuck in his baby form. And when
Every
when
cat
I
is a
got
dog.
him,
You like
it
Cat
was
Dog? That's a good show.
cat dog, cat dog, alone in the world, little cat dog.
that raised questions, but it was a good show.
Yeah, that was like the talk of elementary school. Like, oh my gosh, how does he poop?
Okay, Cat Dog was around when you were in elementary school. I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
I don't have dates, okay? I just know
You just know.
Beyblade
Cheer 1, cheer
existed,
1,
so
cheer
it
1,
wasn't
cheer
that
1, cheer 1.
long
If your credit
ago.
card number
If you,
was turned into money, how much money
Things
would you have?
overlapped, you know?
if your credit card number was turned into money, how much money would you have? And then like what's the three
What?
wacky numbers on the back?
No. What was I gonna say?
If your social security number was a dollar amount, how much would it be?
I thought that was like when you first said that, when you were first reading it, I thought it was like, oh, like math wise, like how many like digits times how many years I've had it equals some sort of amount of
You
money
thought
that
too
I have
hard. That's what's going
used
on.
and
You were thinking too hard about it.
goofy expiration date.
That
Yeah.
goofy expiration date.
Just
What
like
goofy
milk.
year does it end?
Goopy, goopy, goopy.
Cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1.
Pie, do
How
you
many
know?
digits of pi do you know of the top of your head?
3.1 for apple pie. That's it.
I like apple pie. Pumpkin pie is pretty good too.
What pie?
Pumpkin pie is pretty good.
Pumpkin pie. I've been really craving like a banana cream pie. But
That's a solid one.
whenever I go to get it, I'm not in the mood for it.
So you've been craving it, but you're also not in the mood for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Like when I'm not at the grocery store, I'm like, wow, I really want a banana cream pie. And then when I go there to the grocery store and I look at it and I'm like, actually, no, I don't want it. Then I go home and I was like, dang it, I should have got the banana cream pie. I want it now.
I've been craving donuts lately.
Oh,
Like
what kind of
you know, like
donuts?
Boston cream ones with like the cream inside, like the chocolate on top and the cream. It's so good. So good. Nothing hits better.
Nothing hits better. I used to
Nothing's
not
better.
have them very much because I'm lactose intolerant. So when I do have them, it's like it almost feels like a new experience because I haven't had very many of them in my life.
So when I was younger, I used to be like, how could you be allergic to milk? But now that I'm older, I realize that it's normal for humans to not be
Drink
drinking milk. Like humans, lactose intolerance is the normal human.
Mhm.
Everybody else who's not lactose intolerant built up the tolerance for it after generations of people being like, I'm drinking this milk that's really upsetting my stomach, but I'm gonna keep drinking it. And then they
It
just
tastes
evolved.
so
It
good.
just evolved to be able to drink it. And I think that's hilarious.
How would I bake my cake without
that they just like kind of powered through the milk messing their stomachs up just so that one day they would get used to it. It's
Imagine
so funny.
how
You can say
bad it
milk
would have
isn't
been
good,
back
but have you
then.
had chocolate milk? I'm sorry. You can
What
say
about
milk isn't good.
strawberry milk?
Strawberry milk. Oh, I remember in the cafeteria you had like the options of like chocolate milk, strawberry milk.
Oh, yeah.
So
Or,
good.
like, did you have like hot food days?
Vanilla milk? Yeah. What do you mean hot food
I like
days?
vanilla milk. Like sometimes you would get how would I describe this? Like maybe once a month there'd be a hot food day and you would get like a little piece of paper where you would select what it was like ordering something in advance. Like, oh, I want a hot dog for hot food day, and I'm gonna get a donut, and then I'm gonna get like
We had Pizza
an
Hut days
orange
sometimes
juice.
where Pizza
You
Hut
would
would
like,
bring pizza to our schools.
yeah, kind of like
Cheer
that, I
one,
guess.
Yeah.
cheer
But you
one, cheer
could pick
one,
out what
cheer
you
one,
wanted in
cheer
advance, so
one.
they would
Vanilla,
order it,
vanilla, vanilla.
and then like a week later, or something.
What do you
it would
mean?
be
What do you
like
mean?
a
Why do you guys
Friday.
say vanilla like that? Just vanilla.
Vanilla,
Vanilla.
vanilla,
Vanilla. I don't say it
vanilla.
weird, do you? I don't think you're saying it weird.
I don't think so. Of all the words, vanilla seems like a pretty normal word.
Yeah, vanilla. Like even like, don't nose buffer me. It's vanilla. Milk makes you sick. You might be lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I think you're lactose intolerant,
If
Juice.
it makes you sick, you might be lactose intolerant. Which I might say is the normal human reaction.
Mm.
But I like milk. Chocolate milk, so good.
Not drinking it, just the smell. Oh,
Oh, he's
sometimes
doing the
milk
thing where
does
like he's like
yucky.
if you
Vanilla?
like pause at a moment in a word. What other word does he do that with? Like computer desk.
Vanilla.
Computer
Compute-
desk. He gets really upset with the way I say computer desk or something like that.
Computer?
Yeah, computer desk specifically.
Computer.
No, you're just saying it
Cheer
wrong.
one,
No,
cheer
I'm
one,
not.
cheer
You're
one,
just
cheer one, cheer
nitpicking.
one. No,
Okay.
you're just saying it
Plaza.
wrong. R-E.
Plaza.
Bizarre.
Yeah, plaza.
Plaza. Are you saying pizza
No.
or plaza?
Plaza.
Plaza.
Yeah, my followers hate that.
Plaza.
I always say it as plaza. It's normal.
Cheer
But
one,
everyone
cheer
hates it.
one, cheer one,
Ooh,
cheer
Lilo and
one,
Stitch is a
cheer
good
one.
movie.
Okay,
Lilo and
what's your
Stitch is-
favorite
I like
Disney
Aladdin
movie,
a lot.
and why is it Lilo
Disney
and Stitch?
movie.
I like
Disney.
Aladdin a lot. If we're going straight Disney, Aladdin's really good.
I'm gonna look at all the Disney movies.
I hate Pocahontas. Actually, Pocahontas is my least favorite like Disney movie of all time. Oh,
When I
also
was a
Treasure
kid-
Planet and Atlantis are really good.
Treasure Planet and Atlantis are really good. Atlantis was one of my favorites for a very long time.
I like Treasure Planet more than Atlantis, but I really like Atlantis.
I only recently watched Treasure Planet, and recently I mean the last 2 years.
I watched
really
Treasure
good.
Planet for years, like all the time. I recently watched it like 2 weeks ago. I think I watched Treasure Planet.
What is the reluctant dragon?
If we're talking about like Disney stuff, I don't know. I don't like Disney
Cinderella,
stuff as like that much.
Cinderella. Peter Pan. Peter.
Lilo and Stitch is really good though. I did like Lilo and Stitch. And then
really good.
Stitch has a
Lady
glitch.
and
The second one
Tramp.
made me so sad. That was like
is
one of the
Old
that movie
Yeller.
made me cry when I was a kid. Stitch has a glitch.
So did Fox and the Hound.
I mean, I can understand Fox and the Hound making you cry. I can get that.
My sister actually cried in the middle of Lilo Stitch movie. And then she had
Bye,
to be
nerds. Good
taken out.
night, Roller. Thank you for stopping by. I
Bye,
appreciate you.
Pride.
I'll smell you
You'll
later,
never know.
friend.
You'll never know what my favorite Disney movie is now.
Dang, that's crazy.
How come there's so many Disney movies?
It's because they're a corporation.
Scary. Terrifying.
Hey, wait. Why do you think of that?
Yeah,
What's your
metal.
favorite movie in general?
Mm. I could tell you what my favorite movie was back in the day.
Okay,
How to Train Your Dragon.
that's a solid one. I really like Pan's
I-
Labyrinth. That's a good one.
I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
I also really like the Indiana Jones movies are pretty good.
Oh, I used to watch one Indiana Jones movie. I think it was The Mummy. The one with Shia LaBeouf.
So the bad one,
Yeah,
the Crystal
yeah,
Skull.
I guess so. Oh, the Crystal Skull. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Crystal Skull. That was the
You're
only
talking
one I
about
ever
like
watched.
actually one of the worst ones.
How come that always happens to me? Whenever I like consume some type of media that's in like a very like a bigger franchise, I always pick the one that everyone hates.
Like,
It's like the overall worst one. Like
do you
I
have
played
another example?
like the Tales games.
You played Zestria.
I played the spin-off of Tales of the Abyss. It was with Emil.
I don't remember the game. I've
Emil.
only played like
Tales
Zestria
of-
and a few
Tales
others.
of Cynthia, Emil? Tales of
Oh.
Cynthia 2.
Oh, I don't even know that one. I didn't know there was a 2 for Tales of Cynthia.
That's why you don't know it. Everyone hated it because it destroyed all of the character growth of the first one.
I hate when they do that with like series. It's like just
But
let the
because
series end if you're going to do that. It's like okay, I have a really hot take about Supernatural.
the one with Sam and Fred, Castiel.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say after season 5, the show is not as good.
Oh, but that's the show, right? With Sam and
It's Sam and
Castiel.
Dean. Castiel is in it, but
Dean.
yeah,
Castiel's the angel.
yeah, Castiel's the angel. But I have a hot take about Supernatural. After season 5, the show goes more into like fan service and stuff, and like there's good parts, but it's kind of like it jumped the shark after season 5 to where it's still a good show because like the core is still good, but it's not nearly as good as up to season 5.
How many seasons are there?
There's like 10, 11 or something like that. I can't remember. There's more than that. I think.
Didn't in the last episode Castiel confess his love?
Yeah, something like that.
And then it was turned down?
No,
really
I don't think that's
awkward?
what happened.
Really? I thought it was.
I think it was reciprocated.
Wait, didn't he die though?
There's 15 seasons.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Castiel. It was such a meme on Tumblr.
I don't know. I don't really use Tumblr.
Supernatural confession. Kaz's confession.
I think you should watch Supernatural though if you haven't. I think the first 5 seasons are really good.
So only watch the first 5.
You can watch more than that. It's still good. It's just not. It's like it's kind of a different show after that point. I think it feels
It's
like.
because his expression is so scary.
Oh yeah, you don't like scary stuff. Maybe don't watch Supernatural.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm okay with watching scary things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Supernatural can have some spooky episodes. Yeah.
I want to see this picture up close. Magnify image.
What are you magnifying?
There's like a picture of the script, and it's too small for me to read. Ondine, arrested by this strange confession. Kaz looks up, eyes filling with tears and the beginnings of joy. Castiel. But I think I know now. Happiness isn't in the having. Is just being, just saying it.
That does sound like something I would meme on.
Is he about to say I love you? I love you.
Oh, God.
I cared about the whole world because of you. It's something I know I can't have. I think like he confesses and then he dies.
That's
like
crazy.
they just can't be together. Like it was like kill your
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really
thing.
have any opinion on that because, like I said, I after like season 5, the show was just kind of like fine. Because like the original writer, I think had like what up to season 5's plot was.
Oh yeah,
and then like they wanted it to run longer, and it was just like I don't
like
know.
SpongeBob.
After the way they ended it too, like season 5, like the people they were like the big bad they were fighting up to season 5. I'm like, how can you top that? I guess we were talking about spoilers at the end, so let's talk about like they fought the devil. See, up to season 5 is like building up to fighting the devil, and I'm like, how do you top that? And I guess the ending of the series technically they top it, but in like the worst way possible.
I love it when animes do that because it is the funniest.
It's not even an anime, although there is a supernatural anime.
What?
There's a supernatural anime.
Actually, I feel like there's a manga for it too.
Yeah, because I remember seeing it, and I was like, "Wait, this is a thing." It's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I love Supernatural, but I also like don't like it. Like after season, like I love up to season 5, and after that, I'm like, it's good, it's fine, it's a good show. I think it goes from amazing, one of the best shows. It goes from amazing, one of the best shows I've ever watched, to it's good.
It's aight.
I know why people like it. It's good. Do you have any shows that you really like? Like non-anime, not like maybe even animated, but you can just say a show. Like what shows? Non-weeb.
I think
I know you're a VTuber.
I would that I would follow either like they started off okay and then they ended like terrible. It's like I like the concepts of them, like Umbrella Academy, for instance. I liked Umbrella Academy's concept, and then
I can't
they
believe
ruined
Gerard
it.
Way wrote a comic. I mean, granted, he was a comic book artist before the band, but it's just weird.
Well, it doesn't follow the comic at all, anyways.
Really? That's weird.
No, it's just it like uses it as kind of like an inspiration, sort of like, so they have like the same themes and powers and stuff, but the character arcs are very different, I believe. Anyways, it's
Yeah, I
not
heard
great.
people
Don't
didn't
watch it.
like the last season.
I'm watching the last season right now.
Yeah, I'm hearing really bad things about it.
it's really it's really yucky. My favorite
Uh,
character, Klaus, is always like so bad. They're so bad to him. Why don't
was
they
that the
write him
same
better?
actor who was in that show Misfits?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Misfits? That's a good show.
I didn't, but I should because I feel like that's a really good show.
It holds up really well. We're talking about other British shows. I really like Doctor Who. I haven't watched it. Like, the last few years, I feel like the writing hasn't been as good, but I feel like all the doctors have been good. It's one of those cases.
Oh, I like the newest Doctor.
He seems good so far. I've only watched like his first 3 episodes, so I don't have much of an opinion on him. I usually do this thing where I let them build up a bit of episodes and then I watch them. Like with Peter Capaldi, I didn't watch him for like 2 years.
Whoa.
And then I did not like spammed all his like episodes. I was like, I like Peter Capaldi. And I guess I'm kind of caught up on Jodie Whittaker, but I don't really like her. I don't really like her writing that much. Like I think she's a good doctor, and I like every time she's on screen, she's fine. But like the episode's writing itself has been really weak, and I'm not really a big fan of most of the companions either. She has, so it's really hard. Because like for me, it was like peak Matt Smith with like Rory and Amy was like best Doctor Who for me, and then David Tennant's like second best. But after that, everything's kind of just like derivative.
Yeah, you need to have a good companion or else you won't. The good dynamics.
Yeah, you need to have a good companion to like bounce off the doctor.
Yeah.
Because like the doctor by himself is like some crazy alien doing stupid stuff. And you need a human to like ground him.
Yeah. Just like remind them that you're weird.
You maybe shouldn't go on a rampage, Doctor.
Yeah, that's maybe not a good idea. Please don't do
Maybe
that.
care about the people you're trying to save. That might
Yeah.
help.
Like what's the one? Lucifer.
Oh, you watched that show? That was pretty good. I watched like the first 3 seasons. I haven't watched past that.
I don't know if there's any more. I guess there probably is.
They continued it on Netflix, I think.
I watched a lot of it, but I don't know if I finished it.
I just think it's crazy that's based off the DC comics. So it's like technically
It
they connect, yes, and then they connected it to the Arrowverse through the multiverse thing they did. So technically it's connected to the Arrowverse through the multiverse.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's because they had a scene between him and Constantine. where like Constantine was asking him for a favor to bring back Oliver's soul or something. I can't remember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's just borrow Lucifer over here.
Yeah, I like Lucifer. It's a good show.
Yeah. It's that kind of dynamic where it's like really strong person that isn't quite like used to the human society getting paired up with someone.
I'm trying to think of other shows like that.
You had eyebrows.
Loki was really good. Oh yeah, if I'm like thinking, sometimes I scrunch it too much. It like auto does it.
The shadow of them. You're thinking so hard, they're starting to form.
I gotta like work on the sensitivity for it, but I just haven't cared enough to do it. Ripley said she would do it one day, and I just never had her do it. But I'm trying. I don't know. I like a lot of the shows I watch are like sci-fi shows and stuff. Like I really like Firefly. That was really good. You ever watched Firefly? Oh, this hurts.
This is an old series.
And then they have a movie that finishes it. Josh Whedon, you remember the guy who made the Avengers movies? That was the show he made.
He made the Avengers?
Well, he didn't make the Avengers as a team, but the movies.
Wow. I'm so bad with names. If you tell me any of the new people, like even just new actors' names, I won't know who they are. You have to be like, "Oh, he was the Muffin Man in Shrek 3,"
You know what?
you
I
know?
probably
And then I'll be like,
sometimes weirdly remember
"Oh,
names.
I know that guy. The Muffin Man who lives on Dreary Road
Yeah, that
or
guy.
Street."
I think it's Road. I think you said it right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, there's a new Shrek movie coming out. I can't wait.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're making a new Shrek movie. You didn't know that?
New Shrek movie. Shrek 5 is coming to theaters on July 1st, 2026.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Stars to return to first Shrek film after 16 years.
Actually, that when they said 16 years, that's wild.
Do you know
If
the
I
Muffin
remember
Man?
when
I
they
know
came
the Muffin
out,
Man.
I remember when each movie was released.
I mean, I do too. I mean, like, I don't remember it specifically, but
Yeah, I remember getting
I
the
was
DVDs
alive.
and everything. It's like the
I was
Lord of the
alive during
Rings. I
that
remember
time.
when like the Lord of the Rings DVDs were coming out.
Lord of the Rings. That's another series I never watched.
Oh, that hurts. You need to watch Lord of the Rings. What are you doing?
I watched The Hobbit.
You watched the worst movie? Keep doing that.
See, I told you.
The book is good. I'll give you. The Hobbit book is really good, but the movies were such a weird adaptation because they took one book and spread it into 3 movies, and it's not even that long of a book.
They made the movie so long.
Like the Lord of the Rings, it makes sense because they're really long novels with a lot of lore and stuff in them. But the Hobbit was a kid's book. Like
What?
yeah, the Hobbit was like the young kids, the kind of kids book he made, and then like the Lord of the Rings was set in the same universe.
Wow.
Yeah,
I guess the Hobbits is a very kid-like name. Oh, look, it's the Hobbits.
it's kind of
Come
like
read
just a
me the
normal kids
Hobbits.
like fantasy adventure, and then
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings is like the adults like war and all that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I watched The Hobbit, and then I think I watched the first Star Wars, and then the recent one that
you
was
got to
like
be more specific
weird.
about recent one. There's a lot of recent ones.
It
Most of them are
ended
weird.
with I think everyone dying.
Acolyte,
Sorry, you cut off what?
Acolyte, that show they just did.
Acolyte? No, no, it was a movie with
Everyone dying. Oh, Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you had me confused. Rogue One was good, actually. It was like one of the last good Star Wars movies.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
good. At least I got
Rogue
one
One's
good
like one of my
one.
favorite Star Wars movies, actually. I don't know. I used to love Star Wars a lot more when I was younger, but now I'm like, it's kind of basic sci-fi.
It is. I think
I
it's
think
because I don't have any sort of nostalgia towards it in any capacity. So when I was watching it, I was like, nothing's happening.
I have a ton of nostalgia
And
towards like the prequels because like I remember like
mm,
watching the first prequel and like they had like this big lightsaber fight at the end of the movie with like the music. So good. And like me as a kid, I was like, I need a lightsaber now. But now, like as an adult, I don't know. Maybe it's because I read a lot of like fantasy and sci-fi. Like it's kind of hard. Like things like Game of Thrones and Star Wars. I'm like I can appreciate them for what they
Mhm.
are, but I'm also like they're like the most basic you can get in the genre.
Yeah. They're like
Like
the starter pack.
yeah, it's like and even then like Game of Thrones for me. Like I'll say Star Wars is a starter pack, but Game of Thrones, I have really strong feelings on. Because
Mm.
I think the show, like all the acting, everything was really good, and I really like the show up to a point. Um,
She
but
read
like
all of Game
if
of
we're talking about
Thrones.
like the books,
Did the
the
books finish?
no, they're not finished. But I also think like they're kind of basic. I think there should have been stuff that had been adapted
Oh.
before it. I'm not. I'm kind of like they're like a fine series, but I'm like not that good. You guys are like fawning over this series that's just kind of like average at best.
I guess it's just easy for people to get
It's a
into if they aren't into it, you know?
yeah, I guess it's like they have like a lot of those things that like the adult stuff they added just randomly. Like, for me, it's just like it feels like filler in a book that I don't care about.
Like The Walking Dead.
I like the Walking Dead comics and the show
Comics.
up to I think after the prison, maybe even before that.
I never watched it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. The show's good up to a point, and then it gets really bad. But I think they just let things run too long. That's the problem I think we're running into.
Yeah,
When
money.
a show goes on too long, it gets bad.
They hunger for
They,
cash money.
have you ever watched a show called Primeval? That was a pretty good show. It's a
No.
British show. It's like
Nah.
these like rifts are opening up in time, and like dinosaurs are coming into modern day. It's pretty cool.
I love dinosaurs.
Yeah, you should look it up.
Primeval.
Primeval was a very solid show,
Show.
and I think they ended it like just as it was starting to jump the shark.
Evil? Wait, where is it?
Primeval. I think it's spelled a little bit different, but Primeval or something.
It's only showing me Evil season 1 on Prime Video.
Oh, I hate that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for you so I can send it
Oh,
to you.
Primeval. Primeval? This looks like it. Primeval.
Yeah, that's it. There's a movie? Oh, what? I don't know.
That was like,
There's
that
a
was
show.
with the, yeah, the
It was
show.
on the
I got the
Sci-Fi
show.
Network when they aired it in the United States. That's funny. I didn't know that.
It's a Doctor Who spin-off.
You can watch it on. No, it's not.
Oh.
Who
Oh,
said
it's
a Doctor Who spin-off?
ITV's answer to the revived Doctor Who, with less
Okay.
traveling through the cosmos, but more death
Yeah, that is more death. Yeah.
and more underwear.
That is true. It also did have more underwear. Yeah. You can watch it on Peacock, apparently.
Peacock.
Yeah. So that's good. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice. I love dinosaurs. I'll keep this open for reference because I'll forget it.
I really enjoyed the show, but you got to remember I watched it in high school, so don't hold it against me if it's bad.
Don't worry. That's like saying I was really into Hitman Reborn when it came.
I don't know what that is.
Good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Oh no, it's, you know what? Hitman Reborn is fine, but Air Gear is so bad.
I
now.
remember liking Air Gear, and I tried rewatching it like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I was like, this is some of the worst stuff. How did I like
know.
this?
I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes when I was watching it or reading it, and I was like, I love this.
But when I was a kid, it was so cool. Like the rollerblades with the motors, and it was the best.
I loved it.
I wanted those to be a real thing.
And the fight scenes or whatever, the battle scenes, those were so cool.
I used to think it was so hype, and then I tried rewatching it, and I was like, oh, no, this is bad.
So bad.
It's so corny, too. Like, it's like the worst anime tropes all put in the one show.
Yes. It's so bad.
And then, like, I don't know. It's like, why did I think this was good? Is all I'm thinking the whole time I was watching it. I was like, what was I on? Like, what were we doing?
I guess we just, like, that was just...
We just shut our brains off and were like, cool rollerblades, doing tricks, let's go.
It was so normalized, like, the fan service stuff, too. Like, it was just part of...
Yeah, I used to watch, like, the Tenchi Miyu stuff. Yeah, that was really fan servicey. It's like a harem anime.
Oh. Yeah.
It's an old one. That's dating me a bit. They're talking about Tenchi Miyu because I don't even think they've made one in like the last 10 years.
Too old.
Trying to think of what other animes could were
Hitman
good
Reborn
when I was a kid.
Wasn't like, it was just, it had a lot of fan service in it, and it was really crazy. And it was one of those animes where they have to one up itself so many times until it gets to a point where it's insane.
I've seen the images of this, but it was one of those ones I was always meaning to watch, but I never watched. You remember Bobo Bobo Bobo?
What?
You don't know what Bobo 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 is? Nose Hairs of Fury?
Oh! I think I've seen this, but I've never...
It's a wild anime.
I've never...
I think the creator of that made Space Dandy.
Oh! Space Dandy.
I think. I can't remember if it's the creator of it or if it's just Space Dandy's or something.
Look at these creatures.
I'm trying to think of like what other anime could not, like, I used to think was good but isn't, and I can't off the top of my head because most of them I probably just drowned them out of my brain.
Yeah, I'm sure. I feel like I've definitely watched a lot of shows briefly in the past and then just dropped them.
Oh
So,
yeah, I loved
but
Initial
there's
D. I hope it holds up
Initial
as
D.
much as I remember it. It's a racing anime.
Initial D. Oh, that's old. Look at how old this
Yeah.
looks.
Hey, don't call Initial D old. Good.
This looks like a video game.
Oh, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I used to watch that.
Oh yeah, that one
Haruhi
confused me to heck and back.
You know what?
'Cause
I don't know how I sat through them repeating the same episodes multiple times.
I
'cause
didn't get it. I
You
didn't get it.
didn't
I
get
thought it was
it?
I thought it was the same episode. I was like, what am I doing? Like,
You know
why are
what? That
they
was really brave of them to do back when it was just television and not like a streaming service. Because it's like you're
Yeah.
like waiting for the next episode and it just repeats and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Genuinely, I had no idea what was going on. And like you had to like watch it in weird order or something.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
Uh,
like remember looking up a guide to it and still being
I'm
confused.
trying to look at old anime right now. I literally looked up on Google old anime. Top
Clan.
anime picks. I think the
Clan.
Clan
Angel Beats.
Angel Beats is so good. Actually, it still holds up really well.
I cry every time.
Why? It's one of the funniest shows. What are you talking about? I didn't watch the last 3 episodes, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kidding.
I don't know when
Could you imagine someone who didn't finish it? They just think it's the funniest anime.
It was sad. What are you saying? It
No,
was
there's
sad
like
early on too.
Yeah,
Remember
but
the
there's a
band
point where
scene?
it's like just really. There's a point where the show's just really funny, and then it starts going off the rails a bit and getting
That's
really
true.
sad. But up to a certain point, you're like, "This is so funny," and then they just start punching you in the gut.
Yeah.
I love Angel Beats. It's one of the better ones. I'm trying to
Angel
think.
Beats was used
Samurai
in...
Jack is not an anime. What are we doing?
Oh, Black Star Rocker.
Black Star? What the heck are you talking about?
It was like a film. It was really popular in like the AMV scene.
Soul Eater is still pretty good too.
Soul Eater. Soul Eater's good. Soul Eater's like one of the good ones that still had a lot of fan service in it, but you can yeah. And they're like
I only watched. The only time I know about Soul Eater fan service was the spin-off Soul Eater Not, which was really bad.
Oh no, it has a lot of fan service. The boobs.
Admittedly, I haven't watched it. Okay, if we're
girls.
talking about fan service, remember High School of the Dead?
Oh my god, yes.
There was the one
Holy
scene with the sniper
moly.
rifle.
Jeez Louise. I remember seeing. I think I watched it because I saw that scene and I was like, "How is this real?"
I watched it because zombies. I didn't even know about the fan service until I started watching it.
Zombies.
I was like, "Well, this has a lot of fan service in it."
Wow.
Wow. Samurai Jack is not an anime. It's listen. Okay, we're gonna get into the specifics here. If Samurai Jack was made in the United States, it's not an anime. Just like Avatar: The Last Airbender, even though it's one of the best shows of all time, it's not an anime. It's an
good
animated show. It's not an anime. Anime as a genre specifically is from Japan. If we're talking about the genre of anime, is the way we say it.
Silver.
I mean, granted, some of Avatar was animated in Korea. We can have more of a discussion about that. But
what's the
best bending? It's Sokka, the back bending.
The back bending.
No. Honestly, if you think about it, airbending is actually OP if you can just suck the air out of people's lungs like they do in Korra.
True.
Or like
Oh,
it could also
yeah, I
like
forgot
you could
about
deprive. What I never understood why Aang never did this is he can bend air. Why didn't he deprive an area of oxygen when they were using fire?
He's a nomad.
Just like deprive an area of oxygen and they can't make fire. I don't know how the Air Nation lost, but if you just deprive them of oxygen, they can't make fire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe it's too complicated.
Airbenders are pacifists. Yeah. I mean, and that's why you deprive the area of oxygen, because then you can even like
I don't think
have
they
the people...
have the power of controlling oxygen specifically.
You can control the air. The oxygen is part of the air. You can just deprive the area of air.
I think that's choose physics. That's assuming they know what oxygen is.
And
And they
granted,
only
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're not wrong, but it's like that's what I would do.
they only recently discovered about like gas blowing up things in the early Avatar. But
So
in later Korra,
I
like
couldn't get
Korra
into
world.
Korra. It's not even like I hated Korra. It's just like the show kept changing plot too much or something.
Oh
Like they,
yeah. The
I don't know.
first one, it was and then the second one, what was even the second season? It was
It's
so hard to get
Korra.
through the second season, and then it started picking up after then, but even still I can't remember anything about
So
Korra
Korra
except
suffered from Nickelodeon not knowing if they're going to renew the show every season, so they kept having it so it was like a
uh
single plot every season instead of
that's
like an
sad.
overarching one like Avatar: The Last Airbender did. Also,
Mhm.
Korra as a main character, she just kind of like compared to Aang, just isn't
I
likable.
know. It's hard. It's hard when you add Aang. He's just the best, you know? You can't get any
Yeah,
better than
and
that.
then like Korra's personality can be grating at times. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was meant to be more of an adult like teenage show. I get what they were going for. It's just they missed the mark.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. They
I
missed the
didn't
mark. It
I
was a
thought she
good
was
concept.
too
Also, the whole idea of it being like a city where all the I didn't like that. I didn't like the whole concept of it, honestly. Like the whole city and all that. I just couldn't get into it.
I
I
like
like
I like the ideas that they could form, like coming up with different bending things and how it like works with technology nowadays and like the fight clubs and stuff. I like
yeah.
that world building aspect of it, but the
It
rest
just
was
felt
kind
like
of
too close together too. Like if they had everybody from the original series gone, it was like a few hundred years later and it was like a lot of time
yeah.
passed, it might have worked better. But seeing
I
people
agree.
like their kids and stuff, I'm like, I don't care about their kids.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like,
I
I don't
still
want to be
care
that guy.
about them.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care about their kids. I don't.
Yeah, I
I,
didn't.
there's no Sokka. You don't got me.
True. And there wasn't even I guess Bolin was there. I like Bolin. Bolin
I
was my
liked
favorite.
Sokka a lot.
Sokka
Um,
was really good. I recently rewatched
his
Avatar.
growth as a character too was insane.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was reliable.
I love
He
Avatar: The
was
Last Airbender.
good stuff. Good stuff. Did you watch the live action?
Uh, yes, it was. You talk about the M Night Shyamalan Ding Dong one?
Huh? The newest one.
Did that come out?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't watch that.
You should.
Maybe
Go in with an open mind. I liked it.
I'd
I
have to get
thought
Netflix for that, and I really don't want to.
mm,
But maybe.
yeah. It's I have like certain gripes with it. I also don't agree with like how some people on Twitter didn't like other aspects of it, but my main issue was that Aang wasn't goofy. Like
Oh,
that's like
so
all of Aang. Like
so
he's
the
just
thing about
not
Aang was
goofy.
he was a kid. They wrote him like a kid. He was a
Mhm.
kid who like ran away because he understood the responsibility of being an avatar, and he's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, that's a no for me.
Yeah, it's
And
like
then he has to live with the burden that he left, and then he like, in part of the reason, I don't know, he just it's they did I feel like they
mm,
miss that every time they talk about Aang. It's
yeah.
like he uses the humor to like cope with his
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah, he uses
exactly.
the humor to cope.
He's still he understands how much responsibility he has, but he can't like deal with that, you know? Like it's so
He's
much.
12.
So he has
He's
to yeah.
12.
He's a
Like,
baby.
he's
The
literally a
actor
child.
the actor they use does look like I think he's like the perfect age and everything, but it's like they only took that part where he feels guilty and the weight of the world is on his shoulders
They
and
probably
then
tried
didn't
making
add
it like a
anything else.
dark show instead of like what Avatar is. What makes Avatar good is it combines the perfect like
Mhm.
the silly sense of humor with like really
Yeah.
dark themes. Kind of like Full Metal Alchemist does for a while there,
Yeah.
where they combine
It
like the silly stuff with the dark humor.
it was still a little silly, but mostly the Aang thing was the thing that bothered me the most because without the humor, he was so plain. He was just, how do I How am I supposed to save the world? I don't understand. Every single
woe is
episode,
me.
always. And he's like, he would get like so upset, and he'd be like,
I'm interested in how they did Zuko because I really like Zuko's character arc.
Zuko was, I like Zuko.
The last Agni Kai is still one of my favorite scenes in any show ever.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Good stuff. Good animation, good music.
Good anime.
Hits the spot.
Oh, it's so good. Good.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sokka the Backbender. I love
Real.
that meme. Honestly though, Sokka, like, I don't know, like the whole like arc of Sokka becoming like a misogynist and all that when he starts off is very interesting, and how they like address that, and then like he grows as a person.
Yeah.
So it's like he doesn't stay that way the whole show. He's not a one-tone character. He's a kid who grows up after learning about the world.
It's true.
I could talk about Avatar for hours. I love that. Avatar,
so good.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is so good.
Wait.
All right.
Sorry,
Actually,
I went on warriorcats.com and I was trying to find my warrior cat name.
I think I have my warrior cat name still in your Discord. Hold on.
The one I gave you.
Yeah, I think it's still my name in your Discord. Let me check what it is. I have too many Discords.
When everybody changed their names to it, it was so cute.
Yeah, I think mine is still still the name. Oh God, why can't I find your Discord? It's because I'm looking for it. That's the problem. Oh God, I know that song. Oh no, I can't pull it up because I'm in streamer mode. No.
Classic.
I know where it's at. I gotta find it. There it is. On your face.
It's my face.
My name is Nostradamus. Why can't I find it? I'll just type in your chat.
Test. What's my name?
Sniff. Gorse
Nose.
Yeah, there
Gorse
you
Nose.
go. Gorse Nose of the Shadow Clan. There you go. Problem
Good
solved.
cat name.
Good cat name. But yeah, I honestly don't have many questions yet because a lot of the times my questions kind of blended together pretty well.
Yeah,
there.
it's true. We went through so many things and so many other questions that we created ourselves.
Yeah. So I don't really have many questions. You have any questions for me? You want to turn it around on me today? I don't think anybody's done that yet. I'm interested to see if you can.
What did you eat for dinner today?
I had a burger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just a homemade burger or a takeout burger?
Takeout burger. I don't want to say from where because I'm ashamed.
Shame.
It was a really
Apparently,
cheap place, and I was hungry, and I was walking home from work.
apparently, Wendy's is advertising that they're gonna make the Krabby Patty real.
Yeah. Is it going to be made out of crabs like the Krabby Patty is?
I don't know. They just said they're just making the Krabby Patty real. So
It's just going to be a burger called the Krabby Patty.
yeah,
That's kind of boring, actually.
it has to have crab in it.
Yeah, because the Krabby Patty's secret formula is that it's crab.
Yeah.
Right? Krabby Patties would be fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
What about
cooked,
pretty
hopefully.
patties?
Pretty patties? I don't remember
Pretty
that.
patties. Pretty patties?
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob until I was in high school. So I didn't watch SpongeBob until I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they thought SpongeBob was really dumb, so I wasn't allowed to watch it.
It was gonna melt
It
your
wasn't
brain
even, like,
cells.
it wasn't anything. They were just like, this is so dumb. I don't want you getting any personality traits from this. That's okay.
Oh no! I mean, that's
I watched
fair because
anime. That's I don't think that was much better.
everybody's personality is somewhat created from SpongeBob.
So there's
just a
like,
little bit.
it's like I watched a lot of SpongeBob episodes like later, but it's there like episodes people are like, oh, you remember this one? I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Because it wasn't like planted into your memory.
I watched Very Odd Parents, but not SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh!
I
Those
watched
were like back
Jimmy
to back.
Neutron, but not
Those are
SpongeBob.
all
I
the
wasn't
same
allowed.
area.
I wasn't
That
allowed
is
to watch SpongeBob
so
specifically.
Funny, like
Specifically
you're in like
SpongeBob.
a Jimmy Neutron SpongeBob Fairly Odd Parents marathon, and you're like, all right, gotta turn off the TV for a half an hour. SpongeBob's on.
I had to switch to like Cartoon Network or Disney
Oh
Channel
my gosh.
because I wasn't.
Seriously cried to a SpongeBob episode. Which episode?
Hmm.
So they show the off camera, young Plankton and Eugene created the secret formula on accident. And it had no meat at all. Oh, it was the sauce. The one where Gary runs away. Oh, Gary, come back.
Wait, Plankton made it with him?
Come home.
You know what?
That would make sense. They were besties.
You know what? Wait a minute, though.
What?
I'm with Plankton if that's true.
What do you
I'm
mean?
on Plankton's side if that's true. If Plankton
Because-
made the Krabby Patty with him and Mr.
And-
Krabs is making all the money off of it and becoming like famous off of it.
He's always been kind of a jerk, so.
Yeah, but it's like I think Plankton should be getting part of that. I'm
He
with
needs
Plankton.
a-
I used to
he
hate
needs-
Plankton. I'm with Plankton now.
He needs what's the word? A cut. He needs a cut.
You might have
this
dreamed the episode.
money.
I know
That's what I remember, but no one talks about it.
because I
during the
remember like
episode.
being maybe I dreamed the episode of like being Crab. I don't know. Hold on. What is the Krabby Patty made out of? Let's hear that.
Did Plankton and Mr. Krabs make the Krabby Patty formula? Krabby Patty formula.
A mix of seafood, spices, and likely some unknown ingredients. So there is seafood in it. So it is meat.
It's gotta be because where are they getting cow?
Sea cow.
It's never beef.
Never beef.
They don't have beef or chicken patties. They have an
But-
unknown.
But no, yeah, I do know some SpongeBob stuff because I have watched SpongeBob, but it's like there's episodes where just people mention it and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I like the Nosferatu bit. That was pretty good. The hash slinging slasher.
The hash slinging slasher. The
That's a solid one.
Hash slinging. That was one of the first ones, I think. One of
Yeah.
the OGs.
I can't believe that they made a SpongeBob spinoff right after the creator passed away. That's just like
They did it specifically because he didn't want it to happen.
I know, so it's like just don't do it then. Just don't
So
wait.
rude.
It's just like they waited until like it was like a month after he died or something. It wasn't even that long.
No.
It was like it
And you
just-
can tell the quality drops immensely after it too.
It's so sad.
So sad. It's like Bob Ross. Do you ever watch the Bob Ross documentary?
I did not watch the documentary. No, I've watched Bob Ross and his little happy trees.
Yeah, there was this documentary about how he was basically used by his quote unquote friends, like completely, like he wasn't getting any of the cut. They were forcing him, and then when he was on his deathbed, they forced him to sign a contract that would turn all the rights of the Bob Ross name over to them so they could continue making money off of him.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it's really sad.
That would be
So
like
when-
if somebody did that to Mr. Rogers. I would cry.
I know.
I would
It's
cry.
so sad. And he's like such a nice guy, so you know that like he was definitely like walked all over on.
That's so sad.
So whenever you see a Bob Ross product, it's not going to Bob Ross's family. It's going to his greedy quote unquote friends. Yeah, they don't his
That's-
family doesn't even get a cut.
That is so sad. Thanks. I'm depressed.
Now you know. The episode is
Ugh.
real. What's the episode called? Literally, the Krabby Patty and the Chum recipe use the same meat, so the secret formula is not. Oh yeah, right. I remember that episode actually, or the episode where they were using the same meat because Plankton was trying to completely replicate it, but he couldn't get the one last thing, the secret.
Yeah, it has the same meat, but then some secret ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was saying on.
It could be a sauce,
Googles.
or it could be some kind of herb spice that's put into the patty. You know,
The world may never know.
It will. Well, I guess we'll know when Wendy's comes out with it.
That's just gonna be a beef. Or they
I
make one of
ho-
those impossible burgers.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't
It
know.
probably be something like that actually. Or like
A
or like
seafood burger just does not sound good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
or fish. I mean, the fish burgers exist. You can get a fish burger.
Isn't that just like a fish sandwich?
It's like a filleted fish on a burger.
So a fish sandwich.
Mm, if you want to say that a burger is a beef sandwich.
No, because like, is it ground up?
Oh. I don't know actually. I think it depends.
Because then you have like chicken sandwiches. You don't call it I guess some countries do, but you don't call it a chicken burger.
Here in Canada, we call them chicken burgers and
I'm sorry to hear that. In Canada, in
fish
Canada,
burgers,
Canada,
fish fillet
America's
burgers.
hat.
Yeah, the little hat, just a little guy. Just remember, Mr. Krabs created on accident, and one of the ingredients actually had soap. Gross.
What are you talking about? I didn't know.
I
No, was
it's
Canadian.
I am. I'm from the Great Northwest.
She's French Canadian, I believe.
The Great North.
Correct? You're French Canadian?
Correct. Well, I know French, but I wouldn't say that I guess my blood is kind of French, but not like Canadian French. It's
Sorry
like
to hear that.
France.
Just kidding.
It's like French from France, not Quebecois, which is sad.
Are there actually roaming moose? Yeah, they're dangerous.
Yeah, they are. But it's more on the eastern side, and it's really scary. And
They're like the size of cars, aren't they?
they're bigger than cars.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
They're like
I
the
feel
size of a bus in
I
height.
used to think moose were like really cool animals. Now I'm like, they're very scary animals.
They're
It's
so
like a hippopotamus.
scary.
It's like
They're so
hippopotamus are also
scary.
scary.
And I don't like their antlers. Like once you get to know their antlers, like
They
flesh
charge
wise,
people too. It's crazy.
oh, scary and gross. And like when antlers kind of like mess up and they get like these weird like things sprouting out of them, so gross. It's like, ugh, yuck, yuck. I'm learning and I remembered it right. They both created the secret formula. Nice.
I remember there's like
So then why
species
did
of
Plankton forget?
deer like called like a chandelier deer or something. Their antlers are pretty cool.
What the chandelier deer?
That's what I'm thinking.
Chandelier deer antler. What the? Real antler chandelier. No, I don't want a chandelier that's a deer antler.
I think that was the name of the species. I can't remember.
Chandelier.
Maybe it was just what they called it whenever their antlers
Breed.
get like that.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, like there's some sort of disease that makes them continue to grow, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That
I think they
hate.
always continue to grow, but that's why they kind of fight. It's kind of like you know how rams
Oh,
horns always
yeah,
grow,
yeah.
but
They
they
hit
fight.
like trees too, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on with that.
Moose
Like how rams have their horns
antlers
that they just bash up against
that
the other rams.
keep growing. Cells regenerate. Its antlers will grow in size to become larger and fuller. They reach their prime at age 5. Wow.
Their
Ew.
prime.
Oh, gross. I hate these mooses with gross little.
They're gross. You're calling a moose gross?
Well, mooses, they're pretty okay, but like when they have scary antlers, so yucky. Ugh, so gross. It's like tumors or something growing, but from their moose ears, moose horns.
Mooslers.
There's like different kinds of antlers too. Like these antlers look like skis, and then there's the other antlers that look like elephant ears.
I like I like looking at them in like pictures, but like in real life, I would be like, get away from me. Type.
Yeah.
Also, the moose from Brother Bear were pretty cool.
Oh, I love Brother Bear. Yeah, did you know that they're Canadian?
Yeah, I could tell by how they
Yeah.
talked.
Yeah, it was the joke. It was pretty funny. I think actually they're based off of these brothers from Canada. They hosted a show called The Great White North.
The only thing I really know from Canada is hockey.
Wookie, what about maple syrup?
The maple syrup's cool.
Yeah, The Great White North is a Canadian comedy album by the fictional television characters Bob and Doug McKenzie.
It's probably that sounds like the names.
And
I
they
think
would
Doug was one of the names for sure. It sounds
and they would
familiar.
just talk, and it was like they were drunk. It was so funny.
But yeah, I watch hockey.
You watch hockey?
Yeah, I watch. I don't watch it as much anymore, but I do like hockey.
Oh, I don't watch any sport. I've been kind of watching baseball, but
I don't watch baseball anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, the team I grew up watching sucks.
Oh.
Yeah,
Who did you grow up watching?
can't say.
Oh, secrets.
Secrets. Yee. I won't say my favorite sports team. Not yet.
Not yet.
I hate the Cowboys. I'll say that. Yeah. So you don't watch any sports at
No.
all? Mm.
I watch Haikyuu.
That's a good anime. Yeah,
That is a good anime. That is another one of my favorites.
Another sports anime I like is Yorameshi Pedal. That's a good one.
Ooh, the bike one.
Yeah,
right?
that's really good. Yeah. And
Never
then
watched it.
I
But my
Shield
friends were
21's
really
good.
into it.
Oh, you should watch it. Yorameshi Pedal is so good.
Read it or watch it?
Why? I haven't read it, so I can't suggest it.
Ooh.
I have not read it.
Read it.
Read it.
Read it.
No, what other sports anime? Slam Dunk's good.
What's that new one that's out now? About soccer?
Blue Lock?
Yeah, Blue Lock.
I have mixed feelings on it.
Oh, have you watched it?
I watched part of it and then I dropped it. The characters are insufferable.
Oh no.
They're
That
just
sucks.
all like egotistical, which is like the whole point of the anime. I just can't like. I don't
Maybe
like
that
egotistical
means-
characters unless they're like likable. Because you can
Maybe
have a
they'll
likable
grow.
egotist. No, I doubt it. Not with the way the show is going.
No.
They'll get more egotistical probably. No joke. I think the whole point of the show is that they're gonna get more egotistical.
Oh no. Even the main character?
The main character gets super egotistical.
Oh, sad. Rest in peace.
He's like, I'm the best player.
Oh, I'm the best. Everyone
The whole point is it's like a competition about becoming the best and stuff. It's the whole thing. It's very fine. I heard the manga is better than the anime and they explore the stuff better, but I haven't read it. So there was some soccer anime I watched that was pretty good. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, let me look up soccer anime and see if I can remember the name of it. You got me
Oh,
googling a lot.
What about the there's a baseball anime?
Which one?
I don't know. Baseball anime. Or maybe it was no, it did have an anime. Oh yeah, there's that one, but there's the other one that's like cuter.
So
With,
I
like,
really liked Ace
he
of
had a mouth-
Diamond was solid. Battery was eh.
Battery.
I watched like most of the Mix was okay, I guess.
He had a face like this.
I've
put it
seen
in the
Major
chat.
too, and that's eh. Yeah,
Blah, blah,
a
blah,
face
blah,
like
blah.
that. I think I know what you're talking about. It was the pitching one.
Maybe?
It was the one where he's a picture.
I just know he had a mouth like that. And he was cute.
You're talking about Big Wind Up. That was a good one.
Big wind up. Yeah, big wind up.
Big Wind Up was good. I like Big Wind
Little
Up.
cutie face. Look at
He
him.
threw
He's so
the knuckleball, if I
cute.
remember right?
Ooh,
can't remember.
I don't know. I've never watched it or read it.
What?
Oh,
What?
look how cute he
You just
is.
started bringing up this anime you've never watched or read. I'm like, yeah, okay. She's talking about Big Wind Up. I remember that anime. You're like, oh,
I
I don't
know
know. I'm definitely...
I know a lot of them because my friends really enjoyed them, or I saw them, or when I was doing like I used to do like AMV editing, and there were like certain animes that would like
There's only so
rotate
many
through.
Naruto AMVs you can make with Linkin Park, okay?
Yeah, like there's other everyone would be very like it didn't matter how good the anime was so long as there were very good animated scenes in it that you could make a really good AMV for.
I don't know. I
So I
somehow
found a lot
avoided that
of
whole subculture of anime. I just sort of just like, so I used to go on like anime websites and just like watch any anime. And just like,
oh,
so like I
just start.
probably I just started watching any anime. Like it was just like, oh, this got good
Ah.
reviews, and I started watching it. And it's just, like, I watched a ton of like 12-episode animes or like a bunch of animes. So I've seen like hundreds of animes, maybe even 1,000 at this point. To be honest,
You should make like an anime list.
I don't want to do that again. There was one somewhere.
Again?
I did when I was younger, years ago. I can't remember the login info though. It was like
I
under a different
started it
alias.
and then I got tired of trying to
It was
complete
under
it.
a different alias, a different me,
Oh.
different
Because like
time.
don't you have to like look up each anime individually?
Yeah, you kind of have
And
to
it's
do
like
that.
I can't
Or I think they
remember.
do have like a catalog now you can go
Oh,
through
okay, that's good.
that you can just like add it to the
Maybe
list.
maybe I'll do a no anime list. That should have been okay. Next time I have a subathon, I can have like No does her anime list on stream, and you
We
should do
can
one too.
we should do an anime tier list where we talk about like what tier each anime should be in and like argue about it.
But we don't. You've watched so many more animes than me.
Well, just means you have to watch more anime.
I have to prepare.
You have to do your research. You can do anime watch-alongs on your Discord.
That's true. I do have to watch a movie on my Discord because it was a goal for my subathon.
I want
but
to
haven't
watch a
done
movie
that
on my
yet.
Discord. I just don't know
It
how
was
to
the
get it to watch.
The Mario movie?
Mario, the new one?
No, the
Or
old
the
one.
original? I have
The
it on
original.
DVD.
You have it on DVD?
I bought it for like $5 at a DVD store. I
That's
saw it and
so
I was like, this is one of the
funny.
worst movies of all time. I knew about the movie. And I bought it because I was like, it can't be that bad. It was.
I love the original for some reason.
It's
I'm
an
just glad they
interesting movie.
didn't vote for The Room.
Oh,
Nobody
the room's
brought
good
up The
though.
Room.
I think
I
it's
can't
funny.
watch The Room for some reason. I feel like it's the pace of it, like the pace of his voice is just the right pace that makes
oh
me
hi,
insane.
Mark.
It makes me so insane. And
Oh hi,
I
Mark. I didn't hit her.
Stop.
I didn't. No,
I tried watching it
The
twice.
movie I'm going to try. I'm actually going to try this again because I think I got it working finally. Is I'm going to try to watch this movie called The Raid.
The Raid.
It's a martial arts movie. It's like my favorite martial arts movie. It's like Indonesian, I think.
Mm.
Mike Shinoda did the American soundtrack. But like it's a very brutal martial arts movie and I love it. It's one of my favorite.
Oh, dang.
What's The Room? How do I explain The Room to someone?
It's like
it's a
it's
movie
like-
that's so bad it's good.
to some people.
Yeah, if you like bad movies and laughing at like how ridiculous they are, it's
Yeah,
it's
it
good.
was.
Didn't they make a movie about the making of a movie with like one of the Franco brothers in it or something?
I think so. I think you can still get like original signed posters of The Room.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like one
oh
of
yeah,
the
Tommy
things
Wiseau does go around like to multiple movie theaters throughout the country showing
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't enjoy bad movies. I get like almost secondhand embarrassment.
There's
through them.
some movies where it's like I know it's bad and I still enjoy it. Like for me, like sometimes I
Yeah.
like reading like I can say this about
There's a
books.
difference.
Yeah, like I can like read like a really basic fantasy novel as long as it's not
Mm.
like trying to be like too above itself. Like if it's just like a straight hero's
Yeah,
journey,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm all over that. I'll read it for days.
Yeah. Like when you're watching a Netflix show and you watch it and then someone's like, "Oh, is it good?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it." And then they're like, "Oh, should I watch it?" And I'm like, "Well, I wouldn't
No.
recommend it, but
yeah, it's like
it's
like,
fine.
I
Like if you
didn't
have
hate it.
time to kill." I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I liked where it went.
It was
the
a
acting wasn't
solid
great.
show. There was nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't anything special.
Exactly.
Which is like, that's like the majority of things. We just forget about the most of them.
I know, yeah. And then because so many people are so obsessed with like, like the hot new thing, like the best one, right? And that they don't talk about all
Honestly,
the
a lot of the stuff people really like, I don't get why they like it. It's not that good.
like
Like Suits, not that good.
I never
That show
watched
Suits. Exactly. There's a reason.
What about Squid Games?
It was fine. I like Korean shows. It just wasn't that good. I watch. Although, granted, when I watch Korean shows, I mostly watch the romance stuff. So
I think I've only watched one Korean.
my favorite Korean show is called Run On, and it's not even that good of a show, but I love it so much. It's just this basic rom com. Most basic rom com. Yeah, I don't know why I like it so much. I just do.
Cute. There was this other one where it was like soulmates, and it was like the timer on the wrist.
Oh, About Time. Justin Timberlake was in it.
What? I don't think
you
so.
just described. Oh, you were talking about the soulmates. I was talking about. There was one with timers on the wrist called About Time. Has Justin Timberlake. It's a movie.
I don't. Oh no!
I think I heard the concept. It's like a timer that counts down to when they meet their soulmate.
Yeah, or actually, no, it wasn't a timer. Sorry, it was like when someone's in your proximity that likes you, your phone beeps or something. Is it an app?
That sounds convenient. I wish I had that in real life at one point.
Yeah, but you had to have it like installed, otherwise it wouldn't work. Like if someone liked you but they didn't have the app installed or the thingamajiggy installed in them, then you wouldn't know. They could just be close to you and then you wouldn't know. So I guess the main character didn't really want one.
That's
but then
fair.
2 guys fall for her.
Of course.
Of course, there was the childhood friend and then the cool guy at school.
As they do.
As they do, you know. I was really into the first season, and then the second season came out, but I completely forgot the first season. And I didn't feel like rewatching the first season, so I couldn't
So you were just confused the whole time.
I just didn't watch it because I was like, I can't get into this. I don't know who these people are anymore emotionally.
Yeah, I don't know. There's what other Korean shows? I don't know. I watched a ton of them. There was thank you for resubbing. Sorry, I got the cult chanting in my ear. One of us. Thank you for resubbing. I appreciate it. You got the bronze nose.
Oh, nice. Looks like a cookie.
Looks like a cookie.
It does.
Yeah, those were added recently, like within the last week or so.
A coffee K-drama.
You don't really get romance anime? Well, I was talking about romance shows, but romance anime we can get into, like Toradora, very good. I thought Horimiya was a good one.
Classic Toradora. The one with the big guy and the cute girl.
Was that My Love Story or something like that? Is that what that one was?
I don't know. They were like, it was like this really big beefy man.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think that was like
I don't the name just didn't sound familiar.
Hold on.
Coffee Prince. That was one of
I have no idea what you're talking about. I never heard of Coffee Prince.
Coffee Prince is a K-drama.
Ah.
It was
I was right. It's called My Love Story. That's the one I was thinking of. I remember the name of it. I think I watched that like 2 years ago, actually.
I didn't finish it, but it was really cute.
What other romance anime? Hold on, let me just look up romance anime because I've watched a ton of them, so I gotta remember their names.
Romance.
Violet Evergarden was really good.
That's not a romance, is it?
Kinda is.
I mean,
Your Lie in April.
Your Lie in April, kind of. These are 2 depressing things.
Okay, well, Horimiya was good. Love Shinubio and Other Delusions was pretty
Fruits
good.
Basket.
I've never watched Fruits Basket.
That's an old anime.
I know, I just never watched it.
Wow.
I'll get around to it one day.
Will you watch the new one or the old one?
Both. If I watch it and like it, I'll watch both. Oh, there was one called My Little Monster. It was okay. My Dress Up Darling was actually pretty good recently.
I never watched that one.
I think the manga is pretty good. I'm reading the manga. I think it's
Spy
pretty
X
solid.
Family.
Fine. I watched the first season. It was okay.
What about the one with the shy girl and the shy boy, and they both have black hair and they're in mangas?
You got to be way more specific than that. You just described like 60 anime. I remember this
Really
one's like
popular.
I'm trying to think of one. It was like this guy played piano, and it wasn't. I'm not talking about
You're lying, April.
No, I'm not talking about that. Like he played piano. He was like in a music school with and he like there was this girl who also played piano or something. Golden Time. That was an interesting one. I don't know if it's still good or not, but I remembered liking that.
How come Fruits
Just
Basket
looking
is
at
on this
Sword Art
list?
Online, the greatest anime of all time.
Romance, best romance. Yep. Sniff.
Sniff?
But
we
the
sniff?
more you think about how annoying Taiga is, the worse it gets. Yeah, I wasn't a
Taiga's
fan
not
of
annoying. She's
I
tsundere.
didn't-
She's
I'm-
tsundere.
She wasn't a good tsundere. But she was a staple tsundere.
I don't know. I have it's one of those shows that's nostalgic for me, so I have like
Yeah.
I can like forgive a lot of stuff about it, so I can't like see the faults in
The
it.
kiss scene is good.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna
Comey can't communicate.
I watched the first 3 episodes. I kind of got bored, so I didn't continue it.
Oh no.
Sorry.
What about my
Yeah.
it's my Hannah, whatever it's called.
Is that the
With
ghost
the ghost
one?
girl.
Yeah, that was good. I really like that one. Made me sad, but good.
Yeah, I watched it specifically to cry.
You watched it specifically to cry? I don't think
Oremongatari, yeah.
Yeah, those are good. I like all the Motogatari stories.
Your Name.
Your Name is pretty good. Yeah. It's all right. I don't know. Your Name is
Or in High School Host Club.
Never watched it.
Huh?
Never watched it.
Talia, thank you. It's nice to meet you too. Orion is good. You should read it. I recommend it. Classic, good stuff. Staple romance.
There was an anime I was going to suggest. I can't remember. I think I watched Orange. Hold on. Let me see what it looks
Kimi
like.
ni Todoke. That's it. From me to you.
I think I did watch Orange. I don't remember it though.
Copy image. Or reading the name Orange like almost jump started a memory of watching some specific show, but then I forgot.
If you can like stand animated are kind of sad, but also like uplifting at the same time, March Comes In Like a Lion is very good.
March Comes In Like a Lion, I've watched some of it. It was really sad, but really good.
Yeah.
And really like it makes you think, you know?
Yeah, I really like it. I've been trying to find a place to read, like, I think it's light novels, but I can't find them in English. I want to read them.
Yeah.
Because it continues, and, like, there's stuff that happens, like, I know what happens, but I want to read what happens. I don't want to just know.
I want to be in the moment.
I want to read it. Because there's, like, some characters who, like, get together and stuff, and I can't read it.
Aw.
It's so sad. But, yeah, it's a very, very good show. I like March Comes In Like a Lion. That's the show I'll watch whenever I'm like, this is really good. I want to just sit down, relax, and watch something.
I like that they have like, when I was watching that, I got into the habit of like saying, because they have the like the voiceovers when there's like sounds, onomatopoeias or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like there's always so many of those when you're watching them.
I bet you liked like the cat stuff they did with like the where they were like teaching the cat where they were teaching the shogi with the cats. You remember? Did you see that?
What?
They used to do things like after episodes or like in the middle of the episode where the one character had like an art book where
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It's been so long. I was watching it
You
when
sh-
it was
you should
aired.
really watch it. It's good. You need to rewatch that. It's so good. I think it holds up really well too.
I think it would. March comes in.
I think
It's
it's
finished,
on
right?
Netflix, but it might be on the Crunchy of the rolls.
Crunchy rail. Thrikatsu no Lion. Yeah, so cute.
Yeah, it's on the Crunchy of the rolls.
And
The rolls are
depressing.
crunchy.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Light novel. Where can I'm gonna look for it right now. Oh, you can get it on Amazon now? Let's go.
Ooh.
Let's go. I waited long enough. They can finally get it on Amazon.
It takes you go wait for it. It'll
Oh, they have all the volumes on Amazon now. That's sick. I'm going to add this to my favorites for later, adding to the list. I'm going to be buying this. I can get it on Kindle for only $8. That's not bad.
Ooh.
Yee. Ooh, $15 for first two. Okay. But if I get the
You're
paperback,
sold?
I can get three. I can get three. Because they have the third paperback out. Okay. Yep. I'm buying this later. That's what I'm reading in the next month or so. After I read like whatever other books I'm reading right now, I don't want to talk about it. I read too many books. Oh, I do know that one. The one you sent in the Discord. I do know that
Yeah,
one.
it's a really classic one.
Yeah, it's one where she looks like the ring girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the whole plot.
Is it?
I think the whole plot is that she looks like the ring girl and scares people.
Oh, I know she's like scares people and she's really shy, so
Okay, you just said something is a romance. Romance. I have to read. Let me translate that.
Okami shonen wa kyou mo o uso wo kasaneru.
Looks cute. I need to finish
gonna
this
look
one
at it.
that Laggy showed me. Like, it's not even a romance, but it's like this guy is like kid stuck in like a time loop where like he jumps into a lake and he like turns into like a superhero or something where he like keeps trying to
Oh my
save people
God.
who fight people with powers. And he
That
keeps
reminded
looping.
me of Erased.
Erased was so good
Erased
up until
was
the end.
so good. Yeah, and then the end happened. I mean, it was a
You know
fine
what? The
end, but
end
it
kind
was
of
like
makes sense,
it was
but in
yeah.
like the worst way.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, like
I get how we got here, but I hate that we got here.
yes, exactly. I think that was the point though.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the mystery was good. I thought they did a good job with
I
that one.
love the mystery. Yeah, it was a really good one.
I think I figured it out like episode 3, but it was still good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember when I figured it out. I think maybe I didn't figure it out, which is crazy because I'm a detective.
I love mystery stuff, so I kind of gotten used to like the tricks. Like I recently reread all of the Sherlock Holmes novels. Those are pretty good.
All of them?
Yeah, I've read all the Sherlock, like all the ones written by Conan Doyle. Yeah,
How many are there?
it's not that many. It's a lot. Most of them are like short stories.
Short stories.
Yeah, let me see how many Sherlock Holmes novels there are. Hold on, so I can get you the exact amount. I can type faster. 56 short stories and 4 novels.
Oh.
Which I've read all the
that's
novels, and I don't know if I've read all the short stories, but I've read a lot of the short stories. So that's all I can say on that. But I have read all the novels. I can say that for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, my favorite manga. I don't know. Like, I guess favorite manga right now would have to be Vinland Saga, but that's because I'm reading it. I guess Full Metal Alchemist because I really like the manga for that as well.
I've been reading Dungeon Meshi.
I need to finish Dungeon Meshi. I started it. Laggy really wants me. Before it even had an anime announced, he really wanted me to read it.
Yeah, I had a few people who were like that too. They were like, read it. And I'm like,
Laggy's like that a lot of things, and like, well, by the time I get to it, and I always end up liking it, and he's always like, "I told you so," and I hate it.
I knew you
Like
would
Mother
like
of Learning, he told me about years ago, and I finally got to it, and it was so good, like a few years ago. And then like there's this other story called Worm.
it.
It's like
Worm.
yeah, it's like a superhero web serial. Well, I'm not gonna say superhero, super powered web serial. The premise of the book is this teenage girl gets her powers. She controls bugs, and like she goes undercover as a supervillain to like catch
Whoa.
this team, and it's very good.
Whoa.
And most they get their powers from like trauma and stuff. So like all the people are messed up.
Oh, worm.
Yeah, Worm. It's a good series. It's a web serial. It's very dark though. So
I
if you
mean, if
don't
they
like
get their powers
dark
from
stuff
trauma.
and a lot of trigger warnings in it, like I would say that ahead of time. If you're not okay with that kind of stuff, don't touch that story. Don't go near it. It's very dark. Yeah, Worm. It's very good. It's very, very good.
It's a book?
It's a web novel, like web serial.
Mm.
That's on WordPress. I think you can read it. I can
Yeah,
send you a
that's what
link
I'm
if you
on.
need it. Yeah,
I'm on it.
it's so good. And then there's a sequel series, Ward. I need to finish. Like
Word.
Ward, like
Ward.
RARD. Yeah, I can't speak. I have the mouth of a
Ward.
person who can't speak.
Yeah, because your nose.
Yeah, exactly. But I haven't finished that one yet. But I'm like 3 arcs in. 4 arcs in actually. I think. But I think this whole series is very good. Worm, like by the end of it, I was like, this was one of the best things I've ever read.
Nice.
Yeah, Worm and Mother of Learning are both things he showed me that are like 2 of my favorite things now, and I hate it because he never lets me live it down.
Oh, that's why Mother. Maybe Pride suggests that a lot to me.
He probably does.
Did he back it? Like,
Yeah, he did. I backed it on
Okay,
Kickstarter
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
I'm waiting
yeah,
for
yeah,
my
yeah.
last books to come in. He bought the statues. Good for him.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah. But-
Statues. That's cool.
Yeah, Mother of Learning so good. So good. If you like fantasy stories at all, read Mother of Learning. So good.
Maybe I
So
will.
good.
Maybe I
So
will.
good. Any books other than Warrior Cats you suggest? Because we all know you suggest Warrior Cats.
No, just read Warrior Cats.
Just read Warrior Cats. You know what? I should. Where do I start with Warrior Cats?
The first series is the very first book, Into the Wild.
Into the Wild. Okay. I think you probably have it on your YouTube channel. I can read it on there.
Yeah.
I'll listen to your audiobook while I'm doing other
That's
stuff.
like from a year ago. So long ago.
That's all right. I'm still reading Umineko, the visual novel. And like I haven't read it for a few weeks, but I've been reading that on stream. Oh, it's so good, but it's so
that's
thick.
nice.
Read Warrior Cats for my chat so the cycle continues. No. Not Warrior Cats. That's
Why
No-No's
not?
thing. That's No-No's thing. If Disney wouldn't come down on me super hard, I'd read Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah. It's a Disney.
Disney Hyperion owns the rights to the publishing. You
Oh
smell
my
a nostril? Well, I smell a coyote.
It's Coyote.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I'm probably going to read something on stream, like but I'll probably just read like web serials or something, something online that doesn't have an audiobook or anything that exists, and I just read it.
Ooh,
Maybe
that's
I'll read The
nice.
Ranger's Apprentice. Actually, that was a good series I read.
The Ranger's Apprentice.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think there's a solid series. That's like an actual book series though. It's like it's Australian. I can't remember, but it's
Australia.
it's like a young adult series.
My vampire.
Vladimir
story.
Todd. That's probably what you read.
Vladimir.
If you were reading it during
Todd.
high school, it's probably Vladimir Todd, which is something I read. Which, you know what, does not hold up. I tried reading it a few years ago. Does not hold up. Don't read it.
Aw, that's sad.
Yeah, it's just a little bit edgy. It was edgy teenager stuff.
A Shade of Vampire.
Shade of Vampire. Book 18?
18? Holy
It's one
moly.
of those series.
It's one of the Warrior Cats.
I don't know. The longest series I've read, I think, was Was Wheel of Time the longest? No, I think I read something longer than Wheel of Time. I'm trying to think. If we're not kind of like web serials, because like Worm has like so many chapters in Worms, but I think the longest series, if we're talking about like just in terms of books,
Wormholes.
I think may have
Whoa,
been
it's
Wheel
so
of Time.
long.
All 92? Oh, you know what? Maybe Ranger's Apprentice, because I think that has like
30
14 books.
arcs. Wow. 30 arcs, but then there's 0.5s.
When I was in high school, I was reading Percy Jackson, Heroes
Me
of
too!
Olympus, and
Not that one.
I read Harry Potter again a few times. I don't know.
I read Harry Potter.
I have
in
mixed
high
feelings of Harry
school for
Potter
the
because I
first time.
like Harry Potter, but like I don't love it like people do.
I like Harry Potter. I knew friends who were like, I don't know how they're coping with it these days. Because I just know that they loved it so much.
It's like you got to separate the art from the artist, I guess.
Yeah.
I read Invincible, the comic, in high school.
I think the problem with the Harry Potter thing is that even if you separate it, it still has underlying things.
Oh my god, like when you notice it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
one of
the
those
problem
things.
is, right?
Like the whole concept of the house elves themselves. Like the concept of it, not even how they look, the whole concept of them. It's just like Hermione's trying to free them, and like everybody's like, Hermione, they like it. I'm like, oh my god.
Hermione, they don't know how to live otherwise.
Oh man. Oh, that's
it's
ooh, that doesn't age well. That's to say the least. You never thought about how the crazy concept of house elves is? Or the fact that Hermione's trying to help him and everybody thinks she's crazy for it. It's so wild.
It's so weird. And then
So
like how
wild.
awful they're treated. Like,
yeah, it's like when you read this as a kid, you don't have like a concept of it. But like, how did the adults not catch that when it released that many years ago?
I guess they didn't care. You know the phrase, you have to separate the art from the artist means you have to stop consuming their art. Is it?
I don't think that's true.
I think it's supposed to be.
I think separating the art from the artist is you're supposed to continue. You're supposed to. I thought it was continue reading the thing even if you like don't like the author because you like the work. I mean, I don't know. It's like one of those phrases like it could have originally meant that, but it's changed to something different by now.
Like blood is thicker than family.
Yeah, it's one of those sayings like sure, it may have originally thought something may have been part of a larger concept, but now it's like a different concept.
So separating the art from the artist involves differentiating appreciation for an artist's work from their actions.
Yeah. See?
This act is essential to continue absorbing art.
You're writing an assassin story. Ooh, that could be
People can and will make mistakes, and these mistakes are often inexcusable. Nevertheless, their art does not condone their faults.
Yeah. I mean, there's some, like, they're so bad at people, like, you can't.
Yeah, sometimes it leaks into the work,
I would never touch an R. Kelly song. Like, I don't like R. Kelly's music, but I guess I can't even try it now.
Yeah, there's some things, and then it also depends on, like, the type of person it is,
yeah,
too.
It's like, but, like, something like Harry Potter, where it's, like, it's an interesting discussion about Harry Potter.
It is.
I think Harry Potter is the one you can have the most discussions about, because, like, there's parts of Harry Potter that have really good messaging, and then there's parts of it you like now you can look back at it with, like, a different critical eye.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different story. Boondocks. We're not going to talk about Boondocks episodes. It's a good show, though. I can think of when I think of Boondocks is the Chris Hansen stuff. I call you Chris Handsome.
Handsome. I love it when you laugh and your head shakes like you're shuddering. You're like...
It's because I move when I laugh.
So funny.
Stop it. Just don't point it out. No! The Boondocks is very funny. I think that era of comedy is very interesting.
Boondocks.
There was like the early 2000s had a whole bunch of those like really like remember like hangover type comedies.
Yeah, that was so popular. Like really offensive stuff.
Could you imagine like them making something like Road Trip nowadays?
Oh gosh. It can't
People
happen.
would be
Or
like, "There's
that
no way."
hot tub one. What was
Oh,
it?
Hot Tub Time Machine,
Yeah.
so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they used to have a bunch of those, like really, like I guess they called them raunchy comedies. I think is what they like calling them.
Raunchy.
Yeah, I think that's what they like calling them. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of those.
I think they were popular when I was a kid because it was like
How old is Boondocks? How old? That might be aging you because I don't think Boondocks is that old.
Juice is a child. Juice is the little fella. Juice is the puppy.
Oh my god. You're what? You were born after 2005? Oh my god. I've never felt so old in my life. 2006. It's so like
Feel old.
Wow. I Nostril will remember this pops up in the corner.
Nostril will remember this.
Nostril will remember this. No, I won't because I'm getting old.
That's so funny. It all comes together.
2007? Oh no.
Yeah.
You're a baby.
Hey, the baby.
Babe. I always hated when people used to do that when I was older, so I should probably stop that.
And it's your birthright now.
When people were like, you know, I feel like that was such a thing millennials did where they called everybody baby.
Like, as a, like, oh, baby bubba. Like, oh, look at he's a
Yeah,
baby.
you're such a, it's like, or like, you're just younger than, like, you're still a baby. You know what I mean? Like, they're like,
Yeah.
you're such a baby.
I think
What?
being called a baby is better than being called old, though.
I don't know. Both are
Really?
kind of bad.
I want to be called a baby. I don't want to be old anymore.
Old no. Old no. That's what we need. When we get in bald no. That's what we need.
No.
I will get a bald no.
He's
Raid. Vsauce. Welcome in, souls.
Wait.
How was the rest of your stream? Did you beat the Resident Evils?
Oh,
Yeah, he was playing Chris's run of the first Resident Evil.
Oh,
We want bald no. See? The audience is asking for it.
They don't get it.
They don't get you like the way you were like looked when you said that too was kind of funny. You come to I can't even say the word. I can't do it. You got to do the lab still. You ran out of stream. I thought you said you were gonna stream until you beat the residents.
Oh,
you lied to me. You took off your mustache.
I'm mustacheless. I look so bare now. What the heck? I got
Hey,
so
I'll
used
take off
to
my
it.
mustache. Wait, that's not the button. There we go. I'll get my tentacles out. Tentacles.
They're moving. Dang. Squaggle.
Yee. But yeah, so you finished with you are finished with the Chris run. I thought you said you were gonna stream until you finished the Chris run. What happened? What happened?
Maybe they had to have dinner.
Hello, Ratchet. Thank you for the nose.
Ratchet.
Ratchet the Clank. Somebody likes Ratchet and Clank. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. We want bald no. Let me pin that real quick. Just kidding.
No balls, no.
I've never been here before. Oh, this is so cute. You never seen my nostrils? You never seen them flaring before? Actually, I need to get a flaring nostril. Thank you. I've got to add that to my list of things I need to add. Flaring nostril.
Ooh, that's good.
Well, welcome in.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is the late night sniff where I interview people.
Mm.
And tonight's guest is
my ears.
No Noelle herself. Your ears move. That's so cool. Now wait a minute.
You didn't notice? Look.
I feel like I have and I forgot and I just remembered right now. I didn't know they moved like that though. That's really cool.
They move with my eyebrows, so they're pretty natural, but also with my mouth.
I can have eyebrows. now I look like a Goomba. And if the combo of mustache and eyebrows is called disappointed father.
I'm sorry, Father.
I'm- okay, let's not do that. Uh, Judge sniff. Yep, you got to sniff.
Sniffer.
There are classic Eldritch God tentacles. That's right. You're not an Eldritch God until you have tentacles.
Ew.
You don't have tentacles, no?
No.
Not yet.
Did you know that
Actually, wait, you do have the long form. That could be kind of a tentacle.
octopuses only have 2 tentacles?
Yeah, I remember I was on that stream when we were talking about that. Yeah. I was in your stream when you were researching that because we were both like, what? What did you just say?
It was so wild.
Technically, octopuses aren't like I can't remember. It was some like big revelation about octopuses. I can't remember.
They have. Wait, was it octopus or squid?
Squid and octopus are different somehow.
Yeah,
the
but
differences were surprising to us. I can't remember what they were though.
I think the squid has it was the squid with 2 tentacles and
The tentacles were like something special. If I remember
several
right.
arms.
There was something about the tentacles that when we learned about it was really interesting.
Octopuses have tentacles.
Monster Prom. I've never.
No tentacles. Okay, yeah. So octopuses don't have any tentacles.
Yeah, they're technically not tentacles. Technically.
And squids have 8 arms
Yeah,
and
I probably
only
should have
2
shouted
tentacles.
Probably should have shouted out these souls at some point.
Ooh, you should play Monster Prom. Are you gonna play the new one?
I don't know what Monster Prom is.
It's like a visual novel dating sim type thing, but it's really funny.
I think the only dating sim visual novel I played was Kakawa Shoujo. They released it on Steam recently. That's kind of cool.
I feel robbed because of that fact. All you know is a lie.
There, I gave a shout out to V Souls. I can do that. See?
Yay!
I'm not a streamer. You are a streamer. You just don't stream that often anymore, Visual.
That's all.
I love Souls streams. They're so chill. You guys should really give Souls a follow. He's a really chill and cool guy. Ooh. And he was also a guest on the Late Night Sniff a few weeks ago.
Oh, a fellow
Probably
sniffer.
more than a few weeks ago, but a long time ago. It wasn't that long, like a month ago. I think. I don't know. How long's it been since you were a guest on the Late Night Sniff? Let me check. I can check my YouTube VODs. Let me check.
Sniffer.
Okay, YouTube Studio. Because I think he might. Was he? Come on. Why is it not showing up? Ah. He was a guest July 31st. So in July.
July.
Yeah.
Man, time changes. Time continues to go.
So the hardest the romance character is your favorite? Yeah, July.
Your character just so happens to be the hardest to remember.
Time does in fact change.
2 years to actually romance her? Oh my goodness.
So what's your favorite visual novel, No?
Oh.
Because right now I'm really liking Umineko. I'm partway through it.
I don't think I've played very many. I don't know. Would you count Tavern Talk as a visual novel?
Yeah,
Maybe,
probably.
Maybe not. Probably.
From the little bit I've seen of it, yeah.
A lot of reading. And not very much game.
You stream very late for me, so sometimes I can't watch it all the way through.
No! It's late right now.
Yeah, but I'm also like, I'm not stuck in the government cage tomorrow, so it's fine.
I'm stuck in my government cage.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
Yeah, for me, it's like 11 p.m.
It's my bedtime in an hour.
That's crazy.
But I have to eat dinner first.
Oh, so you probably should be ending soon then.
Yeah.
Let's find somebody to raid then. Let's see. You want to find someone to raid?
A lot of reading. That's a visual.
Raid
novel.
Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Leggies.
Have you ever played it?
No.
Me neither.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I've never heard of someone actually playing it.
Me neither. I just know of it.
Let's see. There's a few people I know streaming that could be fun to raid. Raid Shadow Leggies.
Just like a frog.
Maybe you can raid someone doing some speedruns for Silent Hill 2. Trying to learn speedrunning for that. That'd be cool.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you think? That
Mad
sound
with it.
fun, guys? Does that sound fun? Is there somebody you want me to raid? No, no.
Do it.
Usually I let
No.
the guest decide. Usually.
Wait, Kari might be streaming.
Kari. Starry Kari.
Kari Soleil. Twitch.
Because I was like,
don't
Starry
know
Kari's
the-
not streaming.
Who the heck is Starry Kari?
That's a V Souls question.
Oh.
Mm,
Let me see who's streaming. Dog VTuber streaming.
dog.
Night streaming. Nostril streaming.
That's true. Nostril is streaming.
Real truth. Oh, Kari is streaming. Kari's playing Disney Dreamlight.
Okay, we
Valley.
can raid them. Can you send me their info so I can look it up? I always let the guest pick if they want to. That way they can go somewhere they like, get their audience somewhere they like. Okay, search. You getting a Unicorn Academy ad, then a vaping ad? What the heck is going on?
Unicorn Academy?
Let me get the raid message in
Oh my
chat,
gosh.
boys.
Kari's a Pegasus.
All right.
It smells great in here.
I feel like I've
Yes,
been in
my
her
favorite.
thing before. I might even
Probably.
be
I've raided
following her
into
already.
her.
I might even be following her already. I can't tell. All right.
You have, yeah.
Thank you, No, for stopping by. Is there anything you want to say? Plug before you go?
Hello, everyone. Bye, everyone. That's it.
Thank you all for showing up. Thank you, Souls, for the raid. I truly appreciate it. You all smell very good. And I'll
Go
smell
follow
you
Nostril.
later. Follow-
Nostril.
Oh, wait. Let's wait for them to get out of the ad, baby.
Oh, too bad. They're
All
in
right.
it for
Thank you
life.
all. I appreciate it. I'll smell you
Good
all
night.
later. Bye-bye. Okay, let me close everything in this.